Hello? Are we live? You can't hear the players yet. Oh, good. We can hear me twice. Uh-oh.
Oh, quick, talk mad shit.
There we go.
They can hear us.
We're live. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Go. I don't... Is that a cat with you? No, that's your hand. Riv.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's your... I thought there was a cat
What?
sitting on your chair with you, but it was the way your hand was in your jacket. Hello. I think everyone here has been to my channel before, I believe. If you have not, I'm Ismera. These are my lovely friends from all of my different stream teams. We have Riv and Miriam from Nest Fam. We have Steve / Sassy Pants from SideQuest and Laura from SideQuest. And then we have K-Pol Lupo and Loving Sunny, both from Cafe Cultivar. Let's see. I don't know what to say at the top of a D&D session, but this is my first time DMing on stream. We're playing the Wild Beyond the Witchlight pre-written adventure. I just realized that my captions are all the way at the top, so you can't see them in the browser capture. So that's cool.
You may have
yeah. Noted. Oh,
it's for the thing for you where they're all in the same, like the how do I word this? The captions based on the speaker are like a fixed place.
Yeah,
so
they don't scroll.
Recent. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think we do.
It's like a mix of yours.
But maybe you have different settings because you can customize them. So.
Yeah, I haven't used them for this many people ever, and I haven't. I don't know. I don't see any settings on the page that they're on at the moment, but I'll have to mess with it.
I literally set mine up the one time ages ago, and I don't think I even changed anything and just left it as is and kept all them, and it's fine. But
I'll figure it out. Trial and error.
The joys of session 1.
Ah, yes. What else? We do have a couple rules.
We have a couple?
I guess. We do have a couple. No. But I like a couple DM rules that I've come across, such as healing potions being taken either as an action or outside of combat being auto full heals, but as a bonus action, or if you're feeding it to someone else, then you've got to roll. And then what else? For crits, I like for the first set of rolled dice to just be auto max plus your modifiers, and then you roll a second set of dice on top of it, because it makes the crits feel more impactful than like, oh, you double your dice, but you rolled a 1, so sucks to suck, you know? So, I'm sure there are a couple other things that will come up here and there, but those are
the
probably
pinned
the big
message
ones.
with your, like the rules you've adopted. You also have, notes for tied initiative rules.
Yeah, the
skill
joint
checks in combat. Combat? That's a word. Combat.
It is now, it's okay.
Let me see. Let me consult our group chat. Cause yeah, I don't.
You're doing when dexterity scores are equal and initiative roll is equal. Again,
the joint turns.
For
A's are just E's now.
Then they do the rollies, straight D20 roll.
Yeah.
That's when it's enemies. When the dexterity scores are equal between allies, they can do rollies, or they can coordinate a joint action and pull like fastball special or fluffernutter or etc.
Fluffernutter. Yeah, and then skill checks. Basically, the more thorough they are, the more likely it's gonna be a full action. But if it's something just like if it's RP related, most of the time it'll probably be a free action kind of deal. Just because, you know, combat's supposed to be fast moving and everything, so we want to keep things moving. I think that's kind of it, though. Other than that, things will probably just be decided on the spot if they have to be for whatever reason. And no rules lawyering from mostly chat. But because I know like Laura DMs as well, and I know we have varying experience levels in D&D and stuff, so I know you guys are gonna have some knowledge that I definitely would not say no to. So yeah. Let me
I'm
get
completely lost.
let me get this.
Yeah, basically we have players of all experience and skill levels at this table, and even when you've been playing for years, mistakes will be made.
Exactly.
And just let them happen.
For sure.
And
Mistakes make it more fun.
Because it is what it is.
Let's
Yep.
go. All right, so last time, now viewers don't have a last time, but we did have a one shot just for fun to like get to know each other as players, because I know everyone here, and a couple people here know each other, or at least are in the same communities as each other, but we don't all know each other. So I wanted us to have a one shot under our belts so that we could kind of get to know each other. So we got a book from a wild house that shifts dimensions and gravity directions and all kinds of stuff. It was a tome or a grimoire that we got for Mr. Roslof, I believe was his last name. Madryck Roslof. It was his tome for his pact with his archfey patron. He's a warlock, but his adventuring days are behind him. And yeah, so they've all just recovered this book, and they've basically been hired by Madryck to hook up with the Witchlight Carnival that's going to be in town for the next who knows how many days, and use what's called a Fey crossing to get to the Feywild to figure out what happened to his patron. So we've got a few characters here that are already related to the carnival, and a few that aren't. They're just adventurers here to have a good time and maybe make some gold. So basically, I believe what the characters had decided was to head back to where the Witchlight hands were set to meet back up with the carnival and kind of go from there. So let's see.
We're going to a city called Prismere. That's what I wrote down.
That is in
It's
the
more of a
Feywild,
plane.
Right? Yeah. That's where we meet to find the patron or something.
Something like that.
Or
yeah.
something?
I'm trying to find. I've lost where the part that I read to you all is. This is great information that I'm finding, but it's not for you.
That's the secrets.
Yeah, I'm like, this can't be read to them, that can't be read to them.
Well, you can tell me, I won't tell anyone.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Secret.
We don't metagame, never.
No.
Let's see. Okay, so here's a little tidbit that is in a box that indicates I am to read it to the players.
Yay.
The traveling extravaganza known as the Witchlight Carnival exists or visits your world once every 8 years. You have a dim memory of sneaking into the carnival as a child without paying for a ticket. That memory has grown foggy over time, though it still conjures a weird admixture of emotions, wonder and awe mixed with loss and regret. During this childhood visit, your character lost something. You tried to find it, but the carnival owners, a pair of elves named Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, were decidedly unhelpful. "Silly little screeching cricket," said Witch, "you forgot to buy a ticket." "The carnival goes round and round," said Light. "The multiverse is our playground. Nothing's free and nothing's lost. Every visit has its cost." As time passed, your heart became less heavy, and you gave less and less thought to those childhood events. Now, for reasons you can't explain, the longing to retrieve what you have lost has resurfaced, as though an old spell has faded away, allowing you to feel the loss as sharply as if it had happened yesterday. The Witchlight Carnival has returned, and you find yourself standing near a ticket booth by the entrance at twilight, just as the carnival is about to open. There you meet others who look as troubled as you. Without knowing how or why, you sense that each of them has lost something as well. Perhaps fate has brought you together. Now that arguably happened out front of the house that you met Madryck Roslof at. Because of course you are all approaching the ticket booth together. After having retrieved that book. So, let me get to where. Bleep, bleep, bloop. Okay, there's Madryck Roslof and his giant pumpkin farm, which I think we have a picture of the pumpkin farm. If you wanted to see, yes, there it is. Look at how cute. So that's where he lives. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen for stream. There we go. Oh, look at that. That's why our capture was messed up. I figured it out.
Oh yeah, because now it's moving.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
Okay, hang on. Sorry, I gotta fix this for stream really quick.
Yeah.
I got
Welcome
you, stream.
to
Don't worry.
Episode 1, Growing Pains.
Yes.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Can I paste two sources at the same time? That's what we're gonna find out. Yes, we can.
Ooh. Hey. Oh.
They just didn't paste in the right order. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so there's his pumpkin farm. Isn't it so cute? So this is basically the pitch that he gave you all at the end of the one-shot, which, of course, our viewers didn't get to see. So, you have been summoned to the abode of a human warlock named Madryck Roslof, which he basically led you there himself after the adventure in the house.
Shape-shifting.
Yes. The MC Escher House. He lives on a giant pumpkin farm, sharing his rustic farmhouse space with rodents and pixies. His adventuring days are behind him, and he looks quite old and frail. Nevertheless, he is delighted to make your acquaintance. I've acquired many treasures and made important contacts during my lengthy adventuring career, says Madryck. I would like to pass the treasures I possess and the favors I am owed to you. In exchange, I ask that you travel to Prismere, a domain in the Feywild, and find out what fate has befallen the Archfey that rules it. This Archfey, Zybilna, is my patron and inspiration, the source of my power. I have been unable to contact Zybilna for the better part of a year, and I fear something terrible has happened. My adventuring days are over, but Zybilna has been good to me, and I would like to know if she is well before I take my leave. Every 8 years, our world is visited by a traveling extravaganza called the Witchlight Carnival, which I see a couple of you are probably familiar with. It recently returned, or in this case is going to return, and will be camped 3 days travel from here. I'm asking you now because this carnival might pack up and leave in a week or two, and it contains your only route to Prismere, a Fey crossing, if you will. Seek out Zybilna of Prismere, help her if you can, and return with proof that she is alive and well. Upon your return, all the hard-won earnings of my adventuring career shall be yours. So, that is your quest, essentially, is to get back to where the Feywild, or where the carnival is, so that you can get to this Fey crossing.
And we were able to convince him to pay for a ticket, right?
Yeah, we were.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I don't remember how much it was off the top of my head, but he gave you your gold for the adventure, and then he was like, I guess I'll pay for your tickets, like, which of course, Riv and Laura don't need one, but.
Tickets are for peasants.
What else? And let's see, you guys won't be receiving that. Okay, so now we're back to the chapter that I was not finding anything to read to you guys in. Going up to the carnival. So you guys get there no problem as far as the traveling to where the carnival's gonna be. But as you're walking there and talking, did you guys each want to take some time to introduce your characters to the viewers? And kind of refresh each other's memories? We'll go, for me, counterclockwise, so it would be Capo Lupo first.
Hi, I'm Lucian. I'm 7 foot furball.
Big
I
boy.
was basically like raised by the wild, basically. Like, lots of animals and strangers taught me a lot of stuff I know nowadays. I am like 200 pounds. I'm big boy, and my eyes basically like are blue in color but shine each different color from once in a while.
Okie dokie. I think we need to turn up your volume. If I can find where to do that. Because I know you can do that in Discord in general. There we go.
You right click on their
Yeah.
camera and a volume slider comes up.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hadn't done it in the pop-up before. So I think that was yours I turned up, Lupo.
Okay, it's better now or
It's a little bit
like,
better, yeah.
okay.
Alrighty. Laura, your character?
Sure. My character is an Eladrin named Silvara. Fairly tall, very like lean and willowy kind of build. Has this like blue-gray skin tone, very long silver hair in a ponytail that starts out silver and fades to a navy blue at the bottom of the ponytail, like a gradient, and very like icy blue pale eyes. Wearing what looks to be like fabric, like black fabric that she has draped across to like fashion some sort of top, and then that fabric is held in place by an underbust corset, and then some leggings and some boots, and then also like on belt loops and things of the corset and a pack around her waist has various daggers and knives in almost like a bandolier of sorts, I guess, and has a very flowy and graceful gait when she walks.
Awesome. Next would be Sunny.
Hi. My character's name is Wa. She is a Wa.
I love it.
She is a very, very large turtle. She is tall and she is bulky and she is very, very heavy. Her skin is dark, like a grayish brown, very deep, with many red spots. And she basically has her backpack tied around her body, her shell and everything, with a chest on top of it, on the back. She carries a...
Oh, I'm just imagining a backpack
Oh.
big enough for a big old turtle and their
Right?
shell.
Uh-huh. And she carries a large battle axe and small hand axes around her waist. And another turtle's shell, kind of very similar to hers, but instead of being red spotted, it's yellow spotted, shaped and what's the word? Like customized to be a shield. So she uses that shell as a shield. And she has very deep black eyes, and usually, if I can do it right, a very serious air around her.
She's a
usually just
soulful
like,
one.
yeah, she's just like looking around, making sure everything's okay, but quiet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, totally forgot one more thing too. Like, only kind of a major identifying trait. I forgot that there's a lot of tattoos.
Oh yeah.
Yes, tattooed lady.
Yes.
Tattoos that start around her neck with phases of the moon around her neck, and then go across left shoulder and down left arm, and they consist of things like feathers, jack-o'-lantern, music notes, paw prints. It's a very eclectic mix of icons that seem to make up the tattoo, and they're all black. They're all just in basic black.
Love that. Love that. Miri.
Hi. I am Lorian, and she is about 5'6", medium build. And she just has like some regular traveling clothes on, pretty plain. And she does carry an extra bag with some fortune telling kind of things. Because she is a traveling fortune teller. That's how she makes her money. But she is also kind of been with a master for all these years, a druidic master, and she has been training with him. And so she's left that because he wasn't the nicest guy, and she didn't really want to be his ward anymore. So she's gone to make money to get out of that.
Nice.
And let's see.
Making her own way.
And she does have vines for hair, but she keeps it covered with kind of a handkerchief kind of thing to make it look more fortune teller like.
Nice. Next would be Riv.
Okay, so my character's name is Riven Moonwater, and she is a very little tiny, like 3-inch tall fairy. And everything about her is purple, basically. I did my own character art for her that I really like. I don't know if there's a way that you could like show the character screen again.
Yeah,
but if not,
It'll definitely come up on stream again.
It should be the next one.
So everything about her is purple. She pretty much just has like a simple little like dress on, with like a little moon cut out. There she is. Okay. And yeah, she also has like straps around like her left leg. That's like where she kind of like, there's like pockets on them that like hold on to any items that she's carrying. She has little combat boots on, and four purple long braids in her hair, and she has a little like glowing purple mist around her, and she's just small and kind of quiet, and kind of shy, I think, and is friends with, what's your name again? Silvara.
Great friends.
Yeah, we're great friends. Friends with Silvara, just kind of, I guess, using her to follow her around and stuff. But still friends, So.
We're the ones that have a bit of a history with the carnival.
Yeah.
As you'll find out.
Indeed. And last but not least, Sid, Sassy Pants, Steve. How many S names can we come up with for you?
That's kind of sort of an inside joke. All my characters have S names now.
I love that.
It's like, yes, hi, I'm Sid. Half elf sorcerer. I prefer to wear grey because it helps me blend in. That's quote unquote blend in. But I also have red hair, which makes me stand out. So it's like, I don't want the attention, but I'm also kind of sort of begging for it. Because I have a bit of a red fringe with a red ponytail, but the rest of my hair is black. Because it's the only way I could think of expressing myself outside of a couple of tattoos that I've basically hidden. So there's no way people will know they exist. I also have a tail, which kind of I hide. I'm a little self-conscious about it, so I hide it in my pants and sometimes stuff it in my sock through my pants, like through the bottom. But it has a mind of its own, so sometimes it does get out. And if you do look at my shoes, you will sometimes see a little tail poking out. Well, it's not a little tail, but like the end of the tail poking out, because it's almost as
a little bit of the tail.
Yeah. Yes. That's the better way of saying it. Pretty tall. I'm not as tall as our fur-bulk friend here, but I'm about 6 foot-ish, 6'3" to be exact. And yeah, that's basically it. Even though I'm tall, I still usually I'm hunched over, so I don't stand out as much, despite the hair.
We have a lot of tall people in this party.
Yep.
And then,
Nice.
like, the people that are
then
small
the
are very, yeah.
Yeah,
Either
like
very tall or very
a 7.
small.
I love it.
We love it.
Alrighty, let's see. Where? Alright, so. Alrighty, so you are all arriving to the carnival by about sunset. The first stars of night twinkle above the apricot sunset. Giant dragonflies whir overhead, trailing streamers, and a low mist curls over the ground. Through a floral archway, you glimpse wondrous and vibrant creatures, elf stilt walkers, dancing fairies, and painted performers. Everywhere there's laughter, pixie dust, bubbles, and the wistful tune of a whistling calliope. Which I don't know what that is, but it sounds pretty.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, 'cause I have no idea what that is.
A calliope. See, I only know it as like the Greek muse of poetry, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's
I didn't know that it was a thing.
Yeah.
apparently it's a Canadian instrument. I feel even
Yeah.
worse. now.
Oh, it's Canadian? Interesting.
Okay, so what it is it's like an portable organ. It's like a small organ. Like there's pictures of it where it could literally fit in like the back of carriages, and someone's like sitting in the front of the carriage playing what looks like piano keys, and the organ pipes are in like the back of the carriage. So it's something somewhere between an organ and a piano.
Been used in circuses and carnivals.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Tiny
and
organ.
as you get there, you see, and of course, Silvara and Riven would recognize this person. But as you arrive, those of you who maybe have never been to the Feywild or to the Witchlight Carnival, you see this tree, essentially, walking around and basically like gently kind of relocating any trees that are in the way of like any tents that have yet to be set up completely and stuff like that. And he's just kind of gently, wordlessly, like ushering them with his own branches, and you see them like kind of curling. The roots of the trees are kind of, if you think of someone like crawling away from something, the roots are kind of doing that, and the trees are just like inching away from the carnival site to get out of the way. What else? That's kind of the layout as you get there. A silver statue of a dancing fairy is mounted on the roof of the ticket booth and surrounded by fluttering butterflies. The booth is decorated with an animated depiction of the night sky, with shooting stars arcing across it. An elderly goblin perches behind the ticket counter, peering at you quizzically through a spyglass. He lowers the spyglass and calls out to you, "Greetings, fairgoers!" And you guys are expected to pay at the booth.
Who kept the money
So
for it?
it
Or
was
did he just give individually?
It was 8 silver each, and obviously Riven and Laura don't have to pay, and you guys were given the 8 silver each. So if you put it in your inventory, go ahead and take it back out. If you didn't put it in your inventory, then just don't worry about it, because
If everyone's cool with it, because I was the one bargaining / swindling the man for that, and I down to say I had it and then walk up and like pay for our whole group at once, also because they'll know me and Riven. And as I get there, just be like, "It looks like we've brought some new friends with us," and plop down and then like slide over the whole bag of change and wink at the ticket taker, because they'll look at it and see that that's too much. But
and it's, thank you. Yes, thank you. Now, as you two, of course, know this, but to your friends, each ticket is good for 8 attractions. So if you want a sample of more of our wonderful mystical offerings, you will have to buy another ticket. And most of the attractions here only cost 1 ticket punch. After the 8th punch, the ticket becomes worthless. Have a wonderful time. And Laura and Riv would of course be able to sort of guide everyone to all the different attractions, which I have cute little cards for. So that tells us like each of the things that you can do, basically. So I will be, let me make sure I'm not pulling out any of the character cards real quick, because I have those too. Okay.
While you
Ooh.
sort them, just a quick question: did any of us get a description for what his patron looks like, or are we just gonna go out shouting like Zabilda and
yeah.
just like yelling out a name
yeah.
around the
As
carnival?
far as I know, you did not. I don't think. I
Excellent.
don't
I don't
remember
think we
if there
did.
is one. Let's see.
Because I asked him, I was like, do you know what her favorite color is or what she looks like? I know she comes in disguise to the carnival. She doesn't come in her own thing.
I'm not
So
sure
and he wasn't helpful.
that
had
he
no
knows.
Yeah.
I think like all we got was like she's an archfey. That's
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
She's an
Mhm.
archfey. I think he would know that.
What he looks.
Okay.
Like her.
So when she presents herself to mortals, Zybilna usually assumes the form of a statuesque woman with long white hair and a small tattoo shaped like a chicken's foot below one eye. So,
Which is the tattoo that he had.
right, yeah.
Mhm.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I
And
can only write so
it does
fast.
say here that each character who hears his description suddenly recalls a forgotten memory of her, like a forgotten childhood memory of her. Which, if people wanted to roll a d8, I could tell you a random memory.
I would
Or if
love
you guys
that.
wanted to decide on what the memory was, I could read them each to you.
Hold on. So she is normally long white hair. The chicken foot tattoo was under her left eye, you said?
Just one eye.
Oh,
so
just one eye?
It could be either one, yeah.
And what was the other thing? Was there another descriptor other than the hair and the tattoo and the gender?
Nope, that was it. Statuesque
cool. Making
woman.
sure. Yeah.
So really hot.
Hot and
Step on me,
Understandable.
mommy, you know.
Step on me energy.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah. But yeah, so if those of you who are not Witchlight hands want to roll d8s to get a random Zybilna memory,
Just straight roll.
yeah.
Wait, that just because you're recalling her, or is that from entering the carnival that memory thing's happening?
It's retconning from when he described her to you guys.
Oh,
It would have like triggered a memory from them, yeah.
okay.
I rolled a 2.
A 2. So a woman matching Zybilna's description visited you once when you were sick as a child and made you feel better.
Oh.
I know.
I got a 7.
A 1 and a 7. One for Miri. When you were a small child, a woman matching Zybilna's description reunited you with a lost pet, which I think is adorable for a druid.
Right. And you're a shepherd, and that's what your job is to look like keep track of animals.
She's Circle of the Moon, I think. Oh no, Circle of Dreams, right?
No,
Cold
but
dreams.
Luthians circle the shepherd, I think.
Yeah, Luthians for 7. It was you fell into an icy pond as a child and probably would have died had a woman matching Zybilna's description not fished you out of the cold water and wrapped you in a blanket. Although we also know that you have your own memories of Zybilna too.
Yeah.
Dun, dun. Did you roll one, Steve?
Yeah, I got a 3.
A 3. Oh, I love that you all got different ones.
Right?
A woman matching Zybilna's description scared away a bully who antagonized you as a child. Sir, you have a tail. That's
Aw.
perfect.
Aw.
That's so cute.
We love her.
Yeah,
I had a
she's
tummy
kind of
ache.
awesome. You had a tummy ache and
I
they
had a
fixed it for
tummy
you. So back to present time. Lots of retconning here. We love that. So we have a few games. It doesn't tell me, it might tell me in the actual like book, but it doesn't tell me on the cards how many ticket punches they are. But
Assume they're one, unless stated otherwise.
yeah, that's what I would guess. So we have Almiraj Ring Toss. Let's see, how well can I get it to show for you guys? It's a little bunny
that a
with
bunny?
yeah, it's a bunny with a unicorn horn that you have to toss the ring onto.
I have that baby as a pet on my other campaign.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, you're good. There's a Catch the Fairy Dragon by the Tail. There's a gnome poetry contest. Goblin wrestling. Guess the feathers on the cockatrice. And Outstare the Cyclops. So those are all the different attractions that you guys can go partake in.
While the group is just discussing attractions, can I just go up to the ticket taker and just be like, before we start to explore and enjoy, is there any chance you've seen a woman today purchase a ticket, maybe with a tattoo under an eye?
Well, where did he just go? I just had this up. Hi. I'm like, what is happening? Here he is. Let me see. So he takes his, like, spyglass off when he's looking at you and talking to you, and he's kind of holding it like he's ready to put it back up if a customer walks up, kind of thing. Because it's just what he does. It doesn't look like he knows. No. You know, I don't think I've seen anyone like that. I'll keep an eye out, though.
That would be great, actually. If you could just let me just leave a note by where I usually perform if you see her. That would be great.
Sure, of course. Yes. And you guys are able to enter the big top, which I'm going to assume is the biggest tent, for free. So the roof of this tent reaches toward the night sky in 3 swooping peaks topped with spinning gold stars. Painted wooden panels on the tent walls whirl with colorful motion, displaying vibrant circus performances. The sound of music and laughter drifts out through the canvas door. And this has some timed events in it. They happen throughout the carnival. You do hear people walking in and everything. They're kind of rushing up and just kind of getting everyone hyped for the events, and they're saying, "Big Top Extravaganza tonight at midnight. Prepare to be delighted." So you know that something cool is going to be happening at midnight at the Big Top if you guys want to get back in time for that. But outside of that, there's just all kinds of things going on. There's a tiny firefly circus managed by an ogre. There's a halfling contortionist as well, who can fit inside a hat box. There's all kinds of stuff going on. And of course, all of these attractions are open for you all to go peruse and enjoy. So it's up to you. The carnival is kind of yours.
Ooh. I would probably let the newcomers to the carnival decide, because we see it all the time. So
I was actually
whatever
gonna
takes their
ask
fancy.
Silvara when she's gonna be performing. If she's gonna be performing tonight.
Not at the definitely not at the extravaganza. I haven't quite got my act at that level yet, as much as I hate to admit it. But usually maybe around dusk is my preference.
Okay.
Cute.
I think it makes sense for Sid to go to the poetry writing thing.
Oh yeah, you're gonna
Because
that's so emo.
Oh, I love
it so
Little
much.
party emo.
You want to do the gnome poetry contest?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Let me read this. Okay, so it's a best of 5. Okay, so basically, yeah, it's a best of 5. It's all charisma checks.
Let's go. That's my strongest strat.
Let's see. So, do you have some sick gnome poetry that you want to throw out? Could just be one line each time or something, or
Slam poetry right now. Let's go.
Okay. What would let me channel my inner emo.
your inner edgelord?
Yes.
Okay.
By the way, the tagline for this contest: Sound can I speak? Sound the chime. It's time to rhyme. You bring the poem. We'll bring the gnome.
Oh
yeah.
God.
Oh.
So if
Never
that gives you
forgotten
any
that
Roslof.
hints.
speaks in rhyme.
And look, this is the picture for it. Oh, I wonder. I think I have the picture imported because you can't see her expression there. Let's see. I think I imported it though. I sure did. So this is the picture. Wait, it's gonna refresh eventually, I promise. Hello? Oh, I have to put the players on it. Hello. So that's the picture for the gnome poetry contest.
Amazing.
You ready for this,
I love it.
Steve?
Sure. Let's go. When I was younger, all I wanted to be was known. As I've grown up, I've realized I'm all alone.
Oh no! Okay. Roll a charisma.
So emo.
A charisma check. A performance
The
check, sorry.
emo.
Performance.
Performance. Okay, that is that's a 12.
Oh, the gnome won this time. I don't know what with because I can't improvise poetry. But he's been doing this for years, and he's like, yeah, buddy.
Sense.
That makes sense.
Of course, I wouldn't. Yeah, it makes sense that I didn't win this one. Of course, I'm not good enough for anything.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Are you gonna make that rhyme and make that your next attempt?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, sure. I thought I would accomplish something. I thought my efforts would help me accomplish something, but turns out I'm not good for anything.
Oh no! Okay. Make another performance check.
That is a 13. Oh my god.
Nope.
Slightly better.
A little bit. Yeah, we're improving slowly but surely. Yeah. Nope. You got 3 more tries.
Okay.
Who knew we'd be making Steve write poetry
On the
on
fly.
the first thing?
I love it.
Props to
We
Steve.
love it.
Some dedication.
I want to impress people with my song, but turns out everything I'm doing is just wrong.
Oh, okay. Roll another performance check.
That is a 7. Oh, okay.
It was a what?
A 7.
Oh no. Yeah, the audience is like looking at each other awkwardly. Like, is this guy okay? Like, what is happening
They're gonna
here?
send you to therapy.
The gnome is just like, you see, like the gnome's trying to keep everyone, like lively and upbeat, and he's just kind of looking at you like, what are you doing, dude?
Like, you're killing the vibe.
So that is 3 of 5. He's like kind of looking at you
Yeah.
like, dude, you could get off the stage if you wanted. Did you want to do any more? Were you gonna concede or?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna concede.
Oh.
And he's like, oh, okay, buddy, good try. And he gives you a little rose and punches your ticket.
Aw.
So you've got 7 more events that you can do if you so choose. And then, of course, if anyone else wants to do any other events or try that one or however you guys want to go about it.
Poetry is definitely not mine.
I go
No.
Poetry's
towards
hard.
I go towards him and I'm like, are you okay to get the hag?
Aw.
Do you-
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, first party hug.
It's
Oh
okay.
my
It's
God.
alright. It's
I
alright.
have my hands clenched in fists, and I'm trying not to express anything. And
Aw.
Buddy.
that is it. It's Steve's. It's Sid's first hug in a very long time.
Oh.
It's alright. It's alright.
So
That's so
we've
sweet.
still got goblin wrestling, guess the feathers on the cockatrice, outstare the cyclops.
I want to do that.
Oh yeah, you want to do that? Oh my god, I love
Cyclops?
this. Big old
Yeah.
turtle walking up to a cyclops to stare him down with those big soulful eyes.
Let's see if I can do it. I don't know if I
Alrighty.
have it.
What do you do when the eye of the cyclops falls upon you? You stare right back if you've got the stamina. That's what the tagline is. I love these so much.
Stamina.
Yeah,
Okay.
which Constitution, of course. So this game requires you to outstare an illusory cyclops.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
So whoever blinks first loses, of course.
Yeah.
So to win, it's easy. You just gotta roll a 14 Constitution check.
Constitution?
Yeah,
It's not a saving throw. It's just a check.
it's just a check.
I rolled a 17.
Hell
plus
yeah!
3.
Look at you go.
My background is Haunted One, so I think the Cyclops would be a little more intimidated by my eyes.
Oh
Just be
no!
like,
He's just like, well, he has illusory though.
Yeah,
So
that's
I don't
fair.
know if he feels intimidation.
Yeah,
but
no, probably not, but easy, GG.
the person creating the illusion, it doesn't say anything about them, but I'm sure they'd be like, "Are you okay?"
Hello? This
Rude
party,
illusion,
bro.
they feel it.
What the fuck?
What's going on with people today?
Everyone just needs a hug, okay? So you did
Do I get
win.
anything? Okay.
Yeah, roll a d8 for me. We'll see what you get.
6.
A 6, you get a single application of magic face paint. As an action, you can apply the face paint to yourself or another creature. The recipient gains the benefit of a disguise self spell that lasts for 1 hour or until the recipient chooses to end the effect.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Okay.
Here, I will screenshot that and put it in
Oh,
the
please.
chat so that you remember your prize.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just mocking my
Yeah.
computer. Okay.
Hey.
Yee.
Thank you.
Of course, of course. So we have outstared the Cyclops. We have written some questionable poetry.
I thought it was great. Very playable.
Would anyone like to perhaps catch a fairy dragon by the tail, do some ring toss, guess the feathers on a cockatrice, or wrestle a goblin?
I think I'm gonna go with the goblin wrestle.
Yeah.
Furbolg is
Seven
gonna
foot
wrestle
tall.
a goblin. Oh my god.
Oh, we'd love to see it.
Okay,
Oh.
so a small player, which is not you, has to pin a goblin. But a medium player has to pin one goblin while wrestling 2 of them. So you've got 2 goblins going against you, basically. So you
That's
gotta
fair.
even the
Yeah,
playing
that's
ground,
fair.
you know?
You know.
Mhm.
So let's see. Okay, I have to pull up a goblin stat block.
Oh, the poor thing.
Because
Oh,
it's
this is
basically going
too
to be
wicked.
athletics checks, you versus 2 goblins, which will just be 1 advantage roll on my end. If I can find, I'm sure it has it. Nope, it does not. What? Okay. Well, it's fine. I'll find a goblin stat block. That's so odd that it doesn't have it linked in the carnival
I have
thing.
my monster manual. like,
Oh, okay.
somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
I also have mine.
I just
can do
need to
that.
know their. I guess I would add just their strength, right? If it was an athletics check.
I think, yeah.
They're not strong.
No, they're not.
I mean, neither am I.
Oh no.
True, but you're huge.
Blah, 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 page 166.
Mine says they have a
Strength.
-1 to strength, Laura.
Mm-hmm.
You would be correct.
All right. You ready for this, Lupo?
But they
Yes.
have a nimble escape feature.
They do have the nimble escape thing.
But
What does
that's just
that
for
do?
disengage and hide.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
They
they
can
don't get that
disengage or
in a
hide
wrestling
us
match.
Yeah.
Just hide in the middle of a
One
wrestling
goblin
match.
hides
Right?
behind the other goblin.
Yeah.
Alrighty, you ready? Go ahead and make your athletics check.
14.
Oh. 15 for the goblins.
Oh
crap.
no.
Let's see, is it... It looks like it's just 1 go. It's not like a best of 3 or best of 2. So you've been bested. by 2 goblins. They just see you and they look at each other like, what the fuck? And so they just rush you and they each take a shoulder and just leap and knock you down and kind of knock the wind out of you. Like, and you're just like, what the fuck? Okay.
These things are crazy.
And they're just like, nah, you know, like we've defeated the monster.
I go and like sneakily give a little like high five to the goblins.
They're just like, thanks.
I have a question for Lorian. While we would have been traveling here, have you told anyone, or have we seen you like playing with your, because you said you were a traveling fortune teller. Has that been made evident to us at all, or are you still keeping that on the DL?
I would say probably you guys have noticed. I mean, I have a second bag. I've probably like gone through it a few times, stuff like that while we've had our down. I don't sleep but half the time of some of you, so
okay.
I probably had to do something in that time.
And then to Ismira, you said there was a fortune teller at the carnival as well, correct? Or am I making that up?
I didn't hear it.
I don't think there was. Let me see. Snail racing.
Aww.
The same.
That's just so cute.
Yeah, I don't see anything that indicates that.
Okay.
Carnival
At some point while the wrestling or we're walking to and from, I'll just say to Lauren, you know, if we happen to see our bosses, we might be able to get you a place here. We are in need of a fortune teller. What even happened to our last one, Riv?
This is a map, by the way, of the carnival.
Ooh la la.
Oh.
So there's all kinds
Nice.
of cute stuff.
Well, I want to go check on the fairy dragons and make sure they're treating them right. Like, that sounds like awful that they're grabbing them by the tail. And as a druid, I would like to go check on that.
Sure. Let's see.
And then if it's humane, I'll participate.
All right. The card doesn't say too much, but let's see.
While you're looking, I'm gonna turn to names. What are names to Silvara and be like, so what's the food situation like here? Is it similar to how, you know, if you eat something you can't leave, or can we just buy anything, or?
Well, I mean, I don't think there's ever been an incident where you can't leave. You have the food, but there are definitely some items here that have additional effects. Usually it's things like, oh, your skin changes color for an hour, or everyone within 10 feet can hear your thoughts. You know, just random magical mayhem, but very, very harmless, very fun.
I don't see how people hearing my thoughts is harmless, but okay, I
Good
guess.
to know you have some harmful thoughts then. I'll be on my
That is
guard.
not what I meant.
And now she doesn't trust you forever.
Are
I
you
have no problem with
okay?
anyone hearing my thoughts. I have nothing to hide. Therefore, it's not a problem.
It's not about having something to hide, it's just private, you know?
It's fair. So, Miri, it doesn't specify anything here about how they're treated, but they are giggling, so,
Aw.
you know.
If they seem in good spirits, then I'll
they are
feel
in
like
good
it's
spirits.
good, and I can participate.
Sure.
In the activity.
So,
They look
You
healthy.
have-
They're not malnourished or anything.
right, yeah. So you have 3 chances to catch them. So you come up and there's this little goblin running the event, and he's saying, prizes, 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 catch the fairy dragon by the tail and win a piece of its hoard. And you've got to make you have 3 chances to succeed on a perception check. You've got to beat an 18.
Mm.
You have pretty high wisdom, I think, so hopefully.
Yeah, I do. I rolled a 19.
Nice. So yeah,
24.
you did it. Good job. So there, you hear it fluttering around. P.S. You're blindfolded. Sorry, I left that out. But that's why. I'm like, this wouldn't be difficult if he could just see where it was. But yeah, you're blindfolded and you're just listening, and you hear the little giggles going past you, and you kind of start to anticipate its movements, and then just poof, you get it by the tail. And you get to roll a d8 to see what you get.
A 1.
Okay, so if you roll another d8, you get a random Feywild trinket.
6.
6, you get a pouch of seeds that smell like home.
Aw.
Don't know what home smells like to you, but you get some seeds. I don't know if you would want to snack on them or plant them or
Probably plant them.
But yeah. So
Yay.
that is one of your ticket punches. And then the only games left now are the ring toss or guess the feathers on the cockatrice.
If no one else wants to, I'll try the ring toss, but I very much want to make sure everyone else gets to see whatever they want to see
Yeah.
first, since I can see it all the time.
I feel like
I'm okay with
Silvara
watching now.
would be like a super badass at the ring toss. Just like
Well,
that's what
see,
you
we
do
say
in your
that,
spare
but-
time, you know?
You say that, and she should be, but this is Laura rolling as a player,
Oh,
not
no.
a DM. So Laura's dice will probably say otherwise, but we'll find out.
So you walk up and there's a little halfling running it. It says, the Almirage is no mirage. Adorn its horn with 2 or 3 rings to win a prize. So let's see. This game involves tossing rings over the horn of a wooden statuette of an Almirage, a cute
Oh,
bunny-like
my God.
creature with a horn like a unicorn's. The Almirage teleports around on a tabletop, making it hard to score a success. So you get 3 rings, and you're gonna have to beat a 17.
And is it an acrobatics, straight dexterity?
It says
like an attack
dexterity
roll?
check.
Just dexterity?
Mm-hmm. And 2 successful tosses get you 1 prize. 3 successful tosses get you 2.
And I argue because I work here and probably
throw
just like
knives.
do this for fun. So I get to add my proficiency bonus to that
Yeah.
dexterity check because I practiced at it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
I would hope so, because throwing things, you should be really good at that as someone who throws knives with your toes.
Yeah. Okay, the first one is an 11.
Oh no! She's warming up.
Yeah, so I thought the first one, I go, hold on. a bit rusty. I haven't done this for a week or so. And then I try again.
A whole week.
And that's a 22.
Hell yeah. Everyone is very
And then
impressed.
The third time is a 23.
Nice. Yeah, the guy
Hey.
running it is like, I should have known. And he hands you your 2 prizes, which if you would like to roll 2 d8s, where did mine
I
go?
would happily just give 1 prize back because like I work here. I don't really need the both of them. Like it's kind of unfair if there's 2.
Do you
I'll
want to
just
know what
pick
each
one.
of them are? Where did? Oh, it's not a card. That's why.
Sure. What am I rolling?
2 d8s, and
Okay.
I'm hopefully finding the table eventually. Where did it just go? What is going on? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I literally just had them. Locations. Events. There we go. Nope. What the hell? Here we go. Okay. Okay, so what was your first D8? Or just one of them?
5. I rolled a 5 and a 7.
5 and okay, so the 5 is a replica unicorn horn filled with candy. And the 7 the 7 is a cuddly toy spider. As an action.
Aw.
No, I want the unicorn.
As an action, you can stroke the spider to gain the benefit of spider climb for 1 hour. Once used, it turns into a real spider and crawls away.
No. No.
Yeah, no.
Not worth spider climb.
No, I'll take the candy.
I imagine you being handed these 2 things and seeing the spider and just, and that's why you give it back. Like, not because you work there, but because it's a
by
spider.
one of the legs, I'd just be like, Like, I'll just take this one. And then just like hand it back, like very disgusted.
You're like,
no, thank
no,
you."
no. So you get candy.
I'm not like afraid of it per se, but I look visibly like it grosses me out.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty
Real
gross.
Real life Laura terrified.
Oh
we
my
love them
gosh.
phobias.
Let's see. So there,
it's just regular candy. It's nothing.
it's just candy,
crazy. It's
yeah.
just-
No
Right.
no effects or
Right.
anything.
I love that.
But yeah, so as you're walking around, you're seeing all kinds of interesting characters. There is a mermaid in a glass bowl. There's these 3 really unnerving, weird characters. Let me show you what they look like. Or I'll show you, this is the mermaid. And she is singing
Oh wow.
in her bowl, and she has this beautiful thing that she does. She has all these beautiful little fish in the bowl with her, and there's this gorgeous effect that happens toward the end of her song where all of the water stands like little statues and all of the fish all move together and everything, and her song finishes, and it's just beautiful. And then the weirdos. Let me find. Where are they? Is it the. Let me check. I don't want to accidentally show you. Yeah. Do you see these 3? They have an act.
Oh,
If I
okay.
remember correctly.
Oh nice.
What do they do? I don't remember.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. My bad. They don't have an act. But they do kind of just walk around and just kind of weird people out. They're just kind of there.
Uh-huh.
They're part of the crowd, and they're creepy, but they keep to themselves, you know?
Okay.
But yeah, it's,
So they're not
you know,
disturbing anything. They're just there.
no, they're just there and weird. You also
Is that like
see,
a crescent moon?
huh?
Sorry.
It looks
Is
super
that a
cool.
crescent moon on the person on the right?
Yeah, on
Looks
her
like a
face, yeah.
moon-ish, right?
You
Okay,
do
so Sid is
also
immediately-
see. Do what?
I was just saying, Sid is immediately enamored.
Aw.
Because holy shit.
Aw.
I love that. You also
I
see
mean, goth AF.
this lovely
Right?
gnome. And of course, Silvara and Riv, you would know that this is Eliwick Tumblestrum. She's playing some music with her little toad friend. Who else do you see? You also see a displacer beast with a little girl.
Aw,
Yeah. And she's
that's so pretty.
as big and like intimidating as she might be without the adornments and everything that she has. I mean, you see she looks very regal and very approachable since she has a little girl with her. You know, you would hope. And the little girl looks happy.
That's important.
Yeah, and of course, I'm sure Silvara likes her, if I am guessing at her character correctly.
I would go up and give the displacer beast some scritches as we
Yes.
pass, and a piece of candy.
Yeah, and,
Aw.
and she'll be
I wanna
very
pet
happy to
Does
see
she have a
you.
name?
Beast.
Hmm?
I want to pet her.
You can definitely
Do
go up
it.
to her, and she'll start chatting it up with Silvara if you'd like to speak with her.
With the beast?
Yeah, so outside the lost property wagon is a large feline creature with midnight blue fur. It has a pair of tentacles extending from its shoulders and wears fake butterfly wings. Hanging from its collar is a small wooden keg. The creature roughhouses with 2 young boys, and one boy squeals, "Again, Durla, again!" while the other hangs onto the creature's neck.
My heart.
Yeah. So she's just
Cute.
chilling, playing with some kiddos. But yeah. Who else do you see?
Pumpkin Man.
What?
Pumpkin Man.
Pumpkin Man. Yeah, let's get to him. Where is he? Where is he? I could have sworn I had a picture of him.
You sent me a picture of him.
Yeah, I went through and I imported everything myself because most of these were not, like, you know how you can just find the maps from the D&D Beyond sources? I had to import, like, put the links myself because they just weren't there. But yes, this is Burley.
Oh,
Where is he? Is it in alphabetical order in the book too? Nope. Not at all.
oh.
Where is he? But his name is Burley, and he's very sweet, and his best friend... Oh, hold on. Yeah, it should be there for you guys. Is it? On stream, it's showing...
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe
we see him on above VTC.
Oh, yeah.
Let me make sure
The stream is still showing the beast.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, what is happening? I might have to refresh. Uh-oh, don't break, please.
Don't break.
Please don't break, that's all I ask. I love the little beholder behind the DM screen just doing a think.
Cute.
Alrighty, there he is.
Yeah.
Big Burly, and I have a card for him. Yeah, he's a big bearded bugbear in blue dungarees.
Oh.
And he has a squirrel friend. What is his name again? Oh, I could have sworn the name was here. Maybe that's Northwind's friend then, and he's just in the picture with Burley. Because Northwind is
Was Northwind the tree we saw at the beginning?
Yes, that was Northwind. Yeah. Where is he? His picture should be in here too.
Stream
froze.
Stream froze? Oh,
it did.
Luckily, no one's making too terrifying of a face, so that's good.
That should be... It should be better now. I think it's just because Discord got jealous that it wasn't on top anymore.
Discord's a petty top, confirmed.
Maybe I forgot to put put Northwind's picture in. So I don't see it. Oh no. Jealous Discord. Poop. Well, I can show you his card.
Yeah, because you just sent me a picture you just took of his card, so.
Yeah. You can't see it that well because my camera won't autofocus.
There it goes.
But
pretty though.
So that's basically his hair. And then
it's like an Ent from Lord of the Rings.
His little head is there. He's got a squirrel friend. And he has little fairy wings that he's wearing.
Aww.
Yeah, but everyone likes to wear fairy wings here.
Yeah, I wonder why.
But yeah, so he's a treant, which means he's a walking, talking tree. And he was the one that you all saw clearing away the trees and everything. And you just see him kind of no pun intended, but kind of lumbering around the the event, just taking it in, like smiling at people. He has his little squirrel friend on his shoulder and stuff, and he's just kind of hanging out, chilling. Let's see. You've seen Palasha. You also see outside of the let me look at the map real quick again. This one. Yes. Where is it? There is the Hall of Illusions. So outside of the Hall of Illusions, you see Mr. Candlefoot. He's a mime. And he's a ticket taker for the Hall of Illusions. And he, he's performing and everything, but if you, let me see. Oh, I meant to have your guys' passive stuff, like your passive insight and passive everything up on my iPad. That's why I was charging it all day. I would say, though, probably most of you, I don't think any of you have a passive insight under 10, right?
No.
Yeah.
Mine's 11.
Probably most of you would be able to tell by, and Silvara and Riven for sure, because you're people that know him well and work there. Pretty much all of you would be able to tell that, like, he doesn't look like he's as happy as he could be. He looks like a bit of a sad boy, which Sid would know something about, I guess.
Yeah, you can bond.
Yeah, they could bond. But yeah, oh my gosh, I don't know what it is. D&D Beyond has been picking one character out of both my campaigns to just not show me the passive stuff on the character screen for whatever reason, and I don't know why it does that. For today, that is you, Lorian, and I don't know why. But yeah, what else? And any of these people, like, feel free, if you want to go up and talk to them, like, please do. They would be very happy to speak to you. And you do still have the, what's it called? The games. I think it's just guess the feather on the cockatrice that's left. So you do still have that. And I would say there's still about, you got there at sunset. I would say it's definitely dark now. I would say there's like an hour and a half until midnight when that special event is going to happen.
Then I would need to dip at some point, I guess, if I'm doing my performance at dusk. I guess, wait, that's a dumb thing. It's always dusk in the Feywild. That was a poor choice of words.
Oops.
You know what? It was intentional. I said it that way on purpose.
You just always perform
whenever I want. I can perform whenever I want.
Where did... Oh, okay, I have all the games to the side, that's why.
In that case, I'll just stick with what I said. I said what I said to Wah, and we'll see if Wah calls me out on it.
Yeah.
To be
I just want to
fair,
be there.
you're not in the Feywild right now, so...
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Oh, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, we have normal time right now.
Still valid.
But yeah, so you do
Still
still
wants to
have the
go
one
and
more
watch.
game. Who else have you not met? I want to make sure that you've at least like seen everyone. I think you have too. Oh, you do notice going between people, she looks mischievous. You don't see her actually doing anything mischievous other than just she is skulking and kind of weaving between people wherever she can. You see this little Kenku, and you can tell that like the wings that she's wearing, she didn't buy them from the carnival, like she made them herself somehow. So yeah,
So that's a guest.
yes, this is a guest,
Okay.
and she kind of like just generally pesters everyone. Nothing like mean per se. But yeah, she does kind of pester everyone. And if you were to ask Silvara or Riven, they could probably tell you like something happened with her and Candlefoot. And that's like why he's a mime now. So there's like some tea. A brewing.
But try getting them to talk about it. It is a nightmare because now he's a mime and he
she
doesn't
won't.
speak, and she only speaks in mimicry.
Yeah.
So she can't say original things. It's so frustrating.
That's the fun thing about Kenku.
But
yes, I am very
when-
sweet.
Did you never try giving them something to write, or like?
Oh wow. Mind blown.
No, I did not. That would have been a smarter idea, but I did not actually.
Riv and Laura, you would also know that Candlefoot has a thing for Palasha. And it's not super confirmed, but also pretty obvious. Palasha has a thing for him too.
Oh my god.
I know.
The tea.
So much.
It's so tragic. He just sits there sometimes, just like up against the glass and just staring. But he can't breathe underwater, so he just sits there. And it's very depressing.
And
We
just a
could get him a
fun
potion of water
picture
breathing.
of a circus attraction. Got some tiefling fire
Ooh la
breathers,
la.
you know.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And there is this lady. I don't have a card for her.
Ooh,
She looks distressed. but
she
she's
does
so
look
pretty.
distressed.
Oh, yeah. Aw, I just want to
I don't know why she's
Yeah.
distressed. Let me see if I can find her in the book. There she is. Her name is Diana Cloppington.
Ooh.
Ploppington.
She checks
Oh my
tickets and
God.
operates the carousel.
Oh, there's a
Ma'am,
carousel. I want to
Yeah.
ride the carousel.
You want to ride the carousel?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not sure how that works, but we will find out. So, the carousel. I know I saw it on here. So here's the Hall of Illusions. Well, I say here as if I'm changing your map, but I'm not. Oh, the carousel
on the left side
is
the Hall of Illusions.
yeah, and the carousel is like near the top right.
Yeah.
Like right
Yeah.
under the written welcome.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So there's the carousel, and let's see. Right. Oh, riddle of the carousel. Ooh. Let's see. Hold on. This is fancy. Oh no. Oh boy. Okay. Sorry.
Oh
Oh, no.
For carousel.
So a procession of wooden
Fight.
unicorns stands motionless on a circular wooden platform. Fairgoers clamber onto the unicorns' backs, and a female centaur sets the ride in motion. The unicorns shake their manes and creak to life, cantering around the carousel to the delight of the riders. And a ride on the carousel costs 1 ticket punch.
I want to ask the centaur lady if she's okay. Like, just, ma'am, is everything okay? Do you need some help?
And as Wa says that, I just hold out my unicorn horn of candy and offer her some candy.
Yes,
Aw.
please.
And she just kind of, no, thank you, but I really appreciate that. Yeah, no, we're fine. I'm fine. It's fine. But, did you wanna ride the carousel?
Sure. Yeah. I'll ride the carousel.
Sure, okay, so
Does
that's...
anyone else come in? 2.
Did anyone else want to ride the carousel? I
Oh
think,
yeah, sure.
does it say
I
how
do too.
many there are? It does not say how many there are. I'm going to assume there's enough that, like, if all of you wanted to ride, you could, especially because Riv is a fairy who doesn't take up a seat. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm down. I think Sid will need it.
Yeah, sure.
Yay.
Okay. I just want to make sure that there's nothing... Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so you ask her if she's okay, and she does not look okay in her eyes.
No,
like,
yeah.
everything else about her, like, is still very putting on a show, you know, like, I'm at work, kind of like any of us trying to hold it together at work when something's wrong, right?
Yep.
But you can see in her eyes she's definitely not okay. But yeah, no, she basically just puts you on the carousel and gets the carousel going, and you guys ride the carousel, and if you get motion sickness, well, then I'm sorry, but if you don't, then you have a good time, you know?
You have a good time.
Just keep track, you know, if you've already played a game and you've gone on the carousel, that means you have 2 ticket punches, which means you have 6 more left. But yeah. I'm just trying to see if there's anything... I'm trying to see, because there's something... I'm painting... I just am not sure how... these things tie together, because it's like giving me information, but it's not telling me like how you guys would like prompt to get that information, if that makes sense. Like if she initiates it or if you guys have to.
That happens sometimes, like even in our Netherdeep campaign, and the guy sometimes like, I don't think you've actually told me how this is supposed to be triggered, so I make
it up. Yeah. Does anyone, are any of you like super, do you want to be like super persistent with like finding out if she's okay, or like make it obvious somehow with body language that you're not quite satisfied with her saying that she's okay, or anything like that, you know? Like,
yeah, I would definitely like make it obvious that like, well, okay then, if there's anything you need, but not like, I understand that you don't want to talk about it, but I know you're full of shit and you just lied to me.
Yeah, and I want to
but
fly
I'm not
over
gonna
and
force
just
you.
like kind of like touch my little hand on her shoulder.
Oh, and just perch.
She'll look to both of you, and her eyes get a little bit tearful because she's like, oh my god, these strangers, well, not stranger for you, Riv, but you know, this stranger, this giant soulful turtle lady
who looks like very fucking intimidating,
right? Her eyes get a little bit tearful, and she's like, okay, interesting. Okay, so she says, okay, listen, if you want to help, you had to talk to the unicorns. But the thing is, to get their trust, you have to figure out their names. And to give you some time to do that, I could just say that, you know, the carousel needs some essential repairs and shut it down for a little bit so you guys can figure that out.
Sure.
How do we figure out their names?
Does she mean the unicorns' names, like the unicorns on the carousel?
Yeah.
Okay.
There are 8. It does say 8 unicorns. I was like, I swear there was a there was a number somewhere. Yeah, there's 8 unicorns. So
why? What's wrong with the unicorns?
She's saying that you guys need to speak to the unicorns to like figure out what's wrong, basically.
Oh, I see.
And to gain the unicorn's trust, you would need to know the unicorns' names. So to give you time to figure that out, she'll shut down the attraction so that you guys can inspect and stuff and repair it.
Okay.
Basically.
And at what time is it now at this point?
It's probably like 10:30-ish. So
would we have time to figure out the unicorn stuff before the big attraction at midnight?
She kind of looks at all of you. She knows Silvara and Riv. And she's like, I think you guys can do it. I would help, but
so are there just, I'm assuming it's not as easy as just reading a name tag, or this would not be such a challenge.
Well, for some of them, maybe. Some of them are fine, but you know, it's kind of an old attraction, so you'd have to kind of figure it out for some of them. Their names are kind of worn.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, then, let's give it a go. And I just hop up on the carousel and start looking at names.
Just go ahead.
One question: do they speak like a common language with us, or because that's not a problem if they don't?
That's a good question. Let me see.
They're like magical and or living. They're not like wooden or like fake. Like a normal one, obviously, they like a human carousel. They'd be fake, but this is a magical carousel.
Maybe they are fake and alive.
Oh no.
Well, that's
so if all the unicorns' names are correct, each unicorn telepathically shares with its rider 3 secrets. So telepathic.
Okay, so then you don't need to share a language.
Yeah, right.
But again, are they just like magical constructs? Or
I think they are. I think they're magical
Okay.
constructs because,
Okay.
like I said, they're like wooden until they come to life for the attraction. So I think they're constructs.
Well, my character wants to
Gonna be a
ask her,
little-
is it their true name we need or the given name?
The name that's on
Ooh.
their gear, I guess, like, because I don't know if it's their saddle per se that it's on, but they have name tags. So,
Let's just go start looking at
Let's
name
go,
tags.
yeah.
okay.
Gonna try pick a unicorn and try to
I
look
say
for
everyone-
names.
So
Divide,
there's 4
divide and conquer.
pairs.
Pick your favorite.
There's
Mhm.
4 pairs. If you guys each want to go up to a pair,
Sure.
I need something to write on. Do I have something to write on at my desk? I hope I don't knock 50 things over when I'm trying to get something to write on. Okay, so who is going to the first pair?
I'll go there since I already hopped up on there first.
Okay. And since there's only 4 pairs, like, you guys are more than welcome to have more than one person on a pair.
Yeah.
Who's going to the second pair?
I can go.
Was that Miri?
No,
Oh, that was
Oh, that was Sunny. Okay,
that was,
sorry.
That was Wah.
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 And third pair.
Sure, I'll go.
Okay. Luthien, and then the fourth pair.
Can go up to that.
Was that
I
Miri
decided
and
I'm
Yes,
going up with
that's-
Silvara.
I think that was Miri and Sid. Did you say something, Riff?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go up with Silvara.
With Silvara? Okay.
her pair.
Okay, so we have Silvara and Riv on the first pair, Wa on the second pair, Luthien on the third pair, and then Lorien and Sid on the fourth pair. Okay, let's see. So for the first pair, the first name tag is complete, and its name is Fortune.
Okay.
The second name tag has 4 letters total. The first letter being B. Try to see if I can give you this hint or not. It doesn't specify, so I'm going to, because otherwise, where are you gonna look? Basically, each of the pairs are words from, like, well-known proverbs, like real life proverbs. So yeah, so you have fortune and something that starts with B with 4 letters total. For the second pair, the second horse's or unicorn's name is complete. The name is Fall. And then the first horse has a name that starts with PR and has 3 letters missing.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the third pair, the first one is complete and the name is Stone. And the second one is incomplete. 4 letters. First letter is M and the last letter is S. And then the fourth pair, the first name tag is complete and is named Stitch. And the second... I'm sorry?
Sorry. Nope, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
It's my brain.
No, you're good. And the second one is incomplete. It has 4 letters and the third letter is N. So when I say that these are all from, like, famous proverbs, it's of course English proverbs. And it's not that the proverbs themselves are 2 words. It's just that these 2 words are kind of, I guess you could say, keywords in each of the proverbs that they're from, if that makes sense. And let me just make sure there's nothing Oh, and you guys are painting the names onto the unicorns, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they know we've guessed it.
Yeah, so they know you guessed it, and also I think it
Okay.
also helps with the whole repairs ruse.
Can
Mm-hmm.
can I rack my memory to see if I've ever heard any other patrons, like either audience members of my act or anyone, like to discussing the carousel and like talking about the names or what they thought they might be, and just like rack my brain and see if anything comes up?
Yeah, I'm not sure what you would be making that check against, though.
What I was going with was a history check. But I have more discretion.
I just am not sure how to translate that into like help for you if you succeed on it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
You could give me like sounds like, and you remember certain sounds in your head. And yeah, you're right. It's probably this is me trying to be cheeky.
I know. I don't know how to make rolls help you guys.
Yeah, my brain came up with a word immediately, and now it's doing that thing where once you've thought of something, your brain won't think of other possibilities.
Yeah.
But I don't think that first guess is actually correct.
I think I know for the first pair, and I don't know for my pair, which is fantastic.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Are we
I know
positive?
a couple of them.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know that one.
I looked to Riv, and I'm like, oh, it's what do you think about the word bold? Fortune favors the bold. Is that a phrase? Oh, you're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
We were typing to each other, so we muted it.
I don't necessarily remember, but that makes sense to me, so.
I'm gonna try and paint the letters OLD in the blank, so it says fortune and bold on our pair.
Yep. And as you paint the last stroke of the D, the paint shimmers, and it all kind of unifies, so it looks like all of the paint was put there at the same time.
Yay!
So it's like cohesive.
The first word in my head was Bane, because of good D&D spells.
Oh.
And I'm like, but that doesn't go. That doesn't match.
Yeah, I thought brave, but then I was like, that's not 4 letters.
It's one, yeah,
Brave,
yeah.
Brave was 5.
That was my first thought too.
Letters. Yeah.
I think I know ours.
Okay, hold on one
I feel
second.
like this was like.
I can't type
India,
and think.
We have like Proverbs classes for English.
I think
literature.
I know what another one is, but I'm not at that unicorn, so.
Okay, so Sid, you're gonna try to guess? Sid
Yes, I
and
think
Lorian,
it's a
you two
stitch.
were on the last.
Yeah, I believe it's a stitch in time saves 9, so it will be NINE.
Okay, and
Like 90% sure.
I've heard the stitch in time phrase before. I never heard the rest of it, so I was like,
Yeah.
there would be no help.
so whoever.
I don't want to look it up, but I'm like 90% sure.
Don't look it up. That's cheating. So whoever is painting on it, would that be Sid or would that be Lorian? You think?
What do you think, Laurie? Do you think it's correct?
That sounds like a very correct guess to me.
Alrighty,
Right.
so whichever of you is painting when you finish the E in 9.
So
Same thing of like the paint shimmering and then kind of becoming one cohesive look, if you will. So yeah, you got that one down. So we've got the first pair and the fourth pair. And we'll get to what they share with you in a second, once everyone has finished.
I don't know if it's a saying, but for mine, I can think of like proud people fall, something like that.
You're so close.
You are
Like
very
pride.
close.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, pride.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the proverb
phrase
is
is-
I don't.
Yeah, the proverb "pride comes before the fall."
Yeah.
AKA,
Or
goes
don't
before
get,
the fall,
yeah.
AKA, don't get cocky. It's
Yeah,
a fancy
yeah.
thing to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense, but I've never heard that before, so okay.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
got that one. Yay!
Okay, yay!
Was that pair 2 or 3?
That was pair
pride fall?
2.
That was okay.
Pair 3 is Stone and M blank blank S.
I'm still trying to.
Yeah.
I walk over to Luthien. Would you like some help? I
Yes, please. I am
might have
like.
when I was a kid, my when I was in school, they forced us to learn proverbs, so that's why I do. And this is like both in character and as
no.
It seems like
we
a
had,
very yeah, that tracks, because I feel like every country that's not America learns English and would probably learn random stuff like proverbs during said. Because I know when I was
I
learning
think it was
Farsi, they taught
third.
us all kinds of idioms and proverbs and stuff in Farsi
Yeah, it was like third or fourth grade. We had like a whole session on proverbs. It was like an exam and everything. We had to fill them up. So
Oh,
I
wow.
believe it's a rolling stone gathers no moss. So it should be moss.
Yes.
Ooh.
I'm gonna try
Yeah, so
then
it
to write.
basically means if you keep moving, you don't get stuck. I
Yeah.
suppose that's
Okay.
from what I remember.
It's a fancy
I'm
way to
gonna-
say keep moving forward.
I'm gonna take Mr. Third suggestion and
Yes.
write
Oh yeah.
and O and an
Forgot
S.
about that.
Nice. And same effect as you do, the paint glimmers and the lettering becomes uniform, and
Let's go.
there you go.
Oh,
Look at
thanks.
you. First
Good
round
job.
down. All right, so let's see. So for your efforts, Diana does offer you a free ride on the attraction.
Aw.
Secrets.
And each unicorn shares. Ooh. So during the ride, that's when the unicorn shares the secrets. So if any of you have any particular questions about either lost things, that if you're here for your lost things, or if you're more concerned with the questions about the quest that Madryck has sent you on, they can answer questions about those. Or if you can't think of anything to ask, I can just choose a secret for the unicorn to share with you. And you will each 6 get a secret instead of just like one for each pair.
Mm.
Okay.
Just so you know. And that's perfect, because then you can each get one secret.
I want to know why the lady's sad.
Oh.
I want to know what's wrong.
So let me see. I want to see if there's a way to tie in information about that.
She told us we had to do this to figure out why she's sad.
Yeah.
No, it's me. That's my fire alarm battery, by the way. Sorry.
Oh no, it's mine. Or we could both have it.
Oh, well, it's definitely mine.
Oh
I can
yeah,
hear
we
it.
both have it.
Double fire
that time.
alarm.
It's 2 people, I guess. Sorry, potato. Let's see.
I'm to pull a Phoebe from Friends.
So this is sort of it was Wa that wanted to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the unicorns don't give super specific information about it, but they do. It does tell you that 3 hags have seized control of Zybilna's domain and split it among them.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Together,
Interesting.
these hags form the Hourglass Coven.
Mm.
I need to take notes.
Just a little bit of a bomb drop for you.
Like, hello? Before we even get there, we know shit's about to happen.
Not the hags.
Whoop.
So that is what your secret is, Wa. If anyone else has questions they'd like to ask, or if you would like
I
to
wanna
roll a
ask-
d6 to get
I want to ask how we can find Zybilna.
how we can find Zybilna.
Or if you need me to get more specific, is she here today? Like, is she at the carnival today?
So your unicorn tells you that Zybilna of Prismere is frozen in time.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, normal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Who would like to go next? Dun dun dun.
I ask my unicorn, where is the oldest tree?
Oh.
Oh.
That's fun.
The unicorn does not know.
Oh. Try again later.
Stumped it.
But there's a potential. Interesting. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, no, the unicorn does not know. However, you're in your own pair, right? So oh, I see. There are not 6 secrets. It's that okay. My bad. So the unicorn doesn't know where the oldest tree is. But does whisper 3 names into your mind. Can I pronounce the first one? Bavlorna Blightstraw. I'll copy and paste these into the chat because these are names.
Thank you.
Bavlorna Blightstraw, Skabatha Nightshade, and Endolin Moongrave. Okay, stop trying to get me to switch my audio devices. Those are the names. Oh, hold on.
But all wrong.
I'm assuming these are the 3 hags.
What's that?
I'm assuming these are the 3 hags.
Who knows?
Well, you don't know because they didn't say it in your head. But yeah, let's see. Who else do we got? I love this, like, well, I guess you guys can't hear it, but we're on a very mysterious sounding track in the Critical Role soundtrack right now.
Nice.
If we can figure out how to get music to play through above TTV, that would be awesome.
I'm pretty sure it can be done because I was looking up features, but I just haven't figured out how to do it yet. But I can figure it out and let you know eventually.
What else do we have? Let's see. Who hasn't gotten a secret yet? Lorian
And Riv.
and Riv. Are you the only 2?
Yeah.
So, Lorian, you hear that there are 3 splinter realms of Prismere. They're called Hither, Tither, and Yon.
I was gonna say hither, thither, and yon.
Mhm.
Of course they are. So why would they?
And Riv, you hear that the coven is so riddled with distrust that each hag is convinced her sisters are plotting against her.
Oh, I love that.
We love that, actually.
Love that for them.
Mm-hmm. Love that for us. We make them fight each other.
Infighting.
Well, if we all know we got secrets, wouldn't we want to know each other's secrets?
Well, yeah, of course.
Because we all got them and we all know that we already got them, so I would feel like we would be like trying to share them, so we would.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I would
Just in the moment when
Okay.
you're receiving them, you're not all hearing them at the
Oh,
same
no.
time.
I
Like,
just want to make sure
yeah.
that we're going to share these, that we're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I share mine immediately because it's about we're all searching for, like, we're all in that same job for this Zybilna lady.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
figure once you've gotten off the carousel, you would probably confer and
We
stuff.
cast exposition. And confirm.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, Diana lets you off of the ride and she thanks you for caring enough to ask about her, and apologizes that she couldn't answer your questions directly.
We understand.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So yeah. Let's see. Where else on that map? We could take a break here, by the way, if you wanted to, since we're almost 2 hours in.
Well, I was just asking because remind me what time we normally were planning to end. Was it were they planning 3-hour sessions? Was like the
I think like leaving it open to 4 hours if it takes that long
Okay.
kind of deal. But if
Okay,
there's
so
like a
between
natural
3 to
end
4.
point, like
Okay.
yeah. I don't want to go over 4. 'Cause that
I
gets
physically
kinda wild.
cannot go over 4.
Yeah.
I'll turn into a pumpkin and be useless. So.
Yeah. So yeah, that is the carousel. Where did I keep opening this same tab over and over again and losing it over and over again? And it's the worst. Okay. So you notice after what token are you talking about? So, it's like there's supposed to be like a mood tracker and it's like when the token goes blah 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 and it's like, well, there's no token. You're not actually showing me anything. But you do notice like after talking to her, she does seem to feel a little bit better, even if, you know, you couldn't really like help her directly. Which is no fault of the characters. Like that's just how she can't talk about what's actually going on with her. But oh, I see. The tracker's supposed to be on. I have my own map. It's very cute. I guess I'm supposed to have it like physically on this map.
Oh.
Ooh.
It's so cute. It's exactly the map that you guys have in D&D Beyond, but it's just
Yeah.
I get a little fold out. And it's so ooh, and look at the back. The back is so pretty.
Ooh. Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, I see. So yeah, so you notice like the kind of the air of the place seems a little bit, you know, lighter, if you will. And it is getting closer to midnight. And you start to hear, where is it? Where's the little thing? There it is. You start to hear people, you know, kind of buzzing about the big topic extravaganza and everything. If you wanted to head over to the big top tent and everything. So when you go in and you sit in
Sorry,
your
if we have time, I would like to go talk to the weird goth with the moon, half moon.
the
thing.
weird people.
Yes.
Let me
They're literally
see.
called the Weird Three.
Yeah.
So it's not even like a misnomer.
Let me see if I.
But if we don't have time, it's okay.
find them. I know that they're on this page. These pages are such a pain in the butt. Okay, here we go. Do they have a thing though? Okay. Each. Oh. Interesting. Okay. So you notice whenever one of these, if you see them around, whenever one of these people passes by Witchlight staff, they kind of like, the staff will like purposely ignore them, go out of their way to like not be looking at them, not giving them attention kind of thing.
Oh no.
Like, you know, when you see like a troll in your chat or something and you're like, you don't have time to ban them, but you're just kind of like, I'm just gonna keep playing my game, I'm gonna pretend they're not even there, like, you know. And you're just like zoning in. It's kind of that behavior, like with whatever their carnival duties are whenever they see these people pop up. And yeah, so they kind of are, they're basically, they'll show up between like wagons and attractions. You'll see them, it kind of looks like they constantly look like they're casing the joint. And you get the impression that like they're probably thieves, pickpockets of some kind.
Okay. Okay, so instead of going directly to talk to them, I'm gonna talk to Silvara first. So what's their deal? Are they cool? Are they like, can I go talk to them, or is that frowned upon?
Honestly, I kind of just would like to see that happen, so I very much think you should do that. They're kind of, they're like the awkward cousin of our little family, I guess, that they're still family, and they're a part of what makes the Witchlight so unique. But
and you two would know that the staff had been ordered to ignore them.
Spending time with them.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so I walk over to the moon.
The moon one.
I've never seen anyone talk to them, so I'm watching like metaphorical popcorn. Like I am so ready for this interaction.
Let me see. Interesting.
I'm like ready to stop a fight if I have to. Just like
ready to throw down.
Yeah.
Well, I'm over there because I'm getting ready to ask a question about a job.
Oh, yeah.
I need money.
All right, so you walk up to her. There is nothing about role playing this chick, so
So wild.
So yeah, you walk up to her and she is just like, you can't see it because she's wearing a mask, but if you could, she'd kind of have this kind of look on her like, who do you think you are, coming up to me kind of attitude. And she doesn't know what to do because like I said, she's been casing people. She's been like trying to see who's an easy mark to pickpocket kind of deal. And then you just walk right up to her and she's like, the fuck? But she doesn't say anything. She just has that posture of like, what the shit?
Hi. Do you come here often?
Yes.
She's gonna walk away. She's just like, what?
Oh,
Oh shit.
oh.
She's just like,
no.
she like she walks away like she's got places to be because she's like, the fuck is this guy doing? He's ruining my game, you know? And that's kind of it.
Yeah,
Like she just kind of walks away.
Okay, I turn around and I walk back. Pretty nice.
I'm
people here.
pretending
I-
I'm pretending that I didn't see it. Like when he's coming back, I'm just like looking at literally anything else.
I go towards third and I'm like, yeah, it happens.
And you
Don't worry.
you don't see the other two around anywhere, but I mean, you know, you get the feeling they're still there. You just don't, they're just elsewhere, you know. You get the sense that like they kind of split up and look for marks individually. Because it's obviously easier to spot a group of 3 coming toward you than it is one of them trying to sneak up on you, you know?
Yeah.
So they got nothing for you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make sure that their boss is gonna be at the big event. I'm lean in and be like, "Is your all's boss gonna be here? I'm really interested in that job. This seems like a pretty good place to make some money."
Are they typically?
They are the
GM
ones that put on
at the carnival?
the big extravaganza. So
yes, they actually perform in the show at midnight. So perhaps if you linger afterward, wait by the metaphorical stage door, if you will. And of course, we'll vouch for you. You seem good. You seem fun. You'd fit in here.
Yeah, hopefully they won't walk away from you mid-conversation.
To be fair, like just to be clear, they don't work there. Like they're just people that they're like what are those fish called that like get the scraps
Remora
from the sharks
fish?
or whatever?
Yeah.
They're that.
Yeah, the Remora. I think that's what they're called.
Like, they don't work there. They just pickpocket people that show up there.
Fair enough.
But yeah. So I think we'll take a break before the extravaganza and come back to
Sounds
the
good.
extravaganza.
Sounds good.
I don't know, like a 10 or so minute break. If we need a little
that
longer,
works.
we can go a little longer. If we're all back sooner, we can come back sooner. But probably aim for that.
Sounds like a good plan.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Good.
Let me... Okie dokie. In that case, I'm going to unmute the players.
Woo!
Release the hounds. Unmute the players. Oh boy. We don't need to hear me twice.
Oh.
I have it up on my phone so I can, like, hear alerts and stuff when I'm away, and then also, like, make sure that levels are where they should be. And then sometimes I'll unmute myself and then realize, oh, yes, hello. My phone is loud now.
Whoops.
Alrighty. Welcome back, everybody.
Hi.
Cool. Alright, so you're all entering the big top. I don't think that there is a picture for that. I think you just get the map, but let me see.
The fire-breathing tiefling picture looked like they were in a big
The
top.
fire-breathing
Yeah.
Back on.
tiefling was really cool. He's right in front of it for sure.
Plus, we love tieflings.
We do. We stand
We do.
tieflings in this stream.
Oh yeah, he's in front of it. He's what I did. But I just put that on.
You pass by him on the way. Who is this? I have all these pictures that I forgot about. But yeah, so you are walking into the big top, and as soon as I see if there's another picture that better suits the situation, which there is not quite, the lights dim and a hush falls over the crowd. A second later, a spotlight illuminates a lithe elven figure sitting in a silver hoop suspended above the center ring by silk ropes. The elf wears a dazzling suit of diamond pane mirrors and a pair of butterfly wings. His scepter is topped with a spinning vane. Welcome, one and all, to this evening's extravaganza. I am Mr. Light. Prepare to be delighted. And although in this moment he's not actually with him, that is Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. Mr. Light
Okay.
being in the red
Stripey outfit.
stripy outfit, and Mr. Witch being the gromp on the left.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Where I just lost the tab again. Can I keep my life together?
Not allowed. Legal.
So they put on a huge show, lots of the carnival's star attractions and performers. You have Palasha singing. You have Candlefoot playing his mime games with the crowd. The fairy dragons perform dazzling acts of synchronized flying as a troupe of acrobats, clowns, and fire breathers parade about. I don't remember who I'm looking for in this. Burley, that's who I'm looking for. Burley comes out and he performs, feats of strength. He's basically their strong man. He's a pretty badass. But yeah. And did you guys want to do anything during the show at all?
I want to heckle and throw popcorn at the ones that are my best friends, just to see if I can trip them up.
So Mr. Light, he's off to the side, kind of gassing them up, doing ringmaster things, and he looks, the speed and ferocity with which his eyes dart over to you
He knows.
would be terrifying, except that his expression softens when he sees that it's you, and he just kind of winks at you and continues with the show. Stop with the claws, sir. I just feel a cat
Aw.
clawing. That is my Project Hope jacket. I don't want you clawing it.
Oh no, please.
But yeah, so he just kind of you can tell he looked ready, and then he was like, oh, it's you.
And I'll stop once he looks at me to stop.
Yeah.
All in good fun.
Capaldi sings.
Nice.
Um,
Beautiful song of his people.
And near the end of the show, Mr. Light asks if any guests would like to perform their own acts for the crowd.
I look at Lorian, and I like nudge her, and I'm like, "This could be your interview."
In front of all these people?
I mean,
That's
you'd
where you'll
have
be
to do
doing
that for
it.
your job anyway, right?
Okay.
You want to give it a shot?
I'm gonna volunteer.
Okay. He says, welcome! What might your name be?
I'm Lorian.
Lorian, that's beautiful. Tell us, do you have any lore for us, Lorian? What is your talent tonight?
I can do some fortune telling. I do cards and palm readings and some rune stones.
Tell me, what do you see on my palms? And if you want, you can, well, if you want to woo the spectators, you can make a performance check.
Okay.
And since you have, like, your own little talent thing that you do, I'll let you have advantage on it.
Yeah.
Since that's something
I
that,
love
like,
that.
it's not like you don't do it very
Because
often.
I don't have performance, but I don't have any skill points in it. But I did roll a 19. So.
Yes. So I don't know if you want to, like, make up a thing that you tell him, or if you just want to leave it a mystery or what have you. But whatever it is that you told him, he's just kind of like, interesting. And he's a little, if it's something ominous, he's a little off put, but he sees your talent. But if it's something good, he kind of gets giddy about it and is very excited. So I don't know if you want to tell him something specific, or if you just want to leave it to everyone's imagination, or how you
I'm
wanna go about
gonna
that.
kind of lean over and tell him that he is a man of many mysteries, and one of his secrets will be revealed soon.
Oh yeah, he definitely gives you a dangerous look. But the crowd they're also kind of waiting to see how he reacts. But he, again, like, he's genuinely impressed, and the mood lifts, if you will. And you get a big round of applause. Everyone's super, super impressed. And there you go. But yeah, if anyone else wants to do anything, wants to perform, or just watch all of the acts that are going on.
I'll just like kind of like idly flicking popcorn in my mouth, lean over to Sid
You're like, it's a
"Could
Friday
always
night.
Try your poetry again.
I think I've embarrassed myself enough today. So I don't think it's a good idea.
You don't want a bigger audience for
Oh.
I thought your poetry was charming.
I did too, but they didn't seem to like it. And I feel like it usually comes from the heart, and it could, like, I need to feel it in my bones, and that's the only way I can express myself. So, like, and this is, he's being very pretentious on purpose, but like I can't just perform at will. There has to be a time and a place, and I have to feel the energy coursing through me, and I can't just do this whenever. Like, twice a day is too much for me. I'm happy with what we did earlier, even though they didn't like it. I'm very proud of myself.
Spoken like a true artist, have to be in the mood. It's my inspiration.
I look at Silvara and like, wait, didn't you have a nag like prepared? Wait, maybe.
But I typically perform as like a warm-up act.
Oh,
They haven't
okay.
invited me to be in the extravaganza yet, so I'm assuming it's because they think I'm not ready.
This
Well,
could,
now's your
this could
chance.
maybe
They said
show,
everybody
yeah,
can perform, right?
maybe you could show them how wrong they are.
I guess. And I go and like flick some more popcorn to catch their attention at them this time, and just wave at them and give them like a. Like,
of
is now
course,
the
darling,
time?
get up here. And he invites you
Um,
up, and he knows what you need. If you need like
As
a
I
board
walk
or
down there,
something.
they basically bring out some targets of various heights and distances, like archery style targets, and they bring out 2 of these. They're like thick wooden dowels that have these like square cubes on the top. So I walk down there, and while I'm down there, the fabric that was like wrapped around to make a makeshift shirt and held together by my underbust corset, I like take the fabric and somehow using clever angles and walking behind like the wall and the door so that while I'm changing I don't like flash anybody, but I'm gone for a second, I come back and the fabric's reversible and now has a much like shinier, like spandexy metallic glitter to it, and I've now draped it. So rather than being like a much more like taut, like practical wrap, it's now like the fabric seems to be oh so magically resting just over cleavage that it looks like it could fall at any moment, but somehow it's not, and still just being held up by this corset.
Excellent.
And I go down there and I take those 2 wooden pegs, and first I like lay them off to the side and just do some basic like contortion warm-ups, like some back bends, some front bends, some like balanced splits kind of stuff, showcasing flexibility, allowing moments for like oohs, ahs from crowds.
Yeah, and he's totally like encouraging the oohs and the ahs.
Yeah. And then those 2 things, like the thick wooden dowels with the flat blocks on the top. So what you see now is I put them so my hands are holding the blocks and the dowels are just like stuck in the ground. And if you've ever seen that, you then flip up so that I'm using my hands to balance on those. So you have 2 very thin points of balance. And basically it's like all abdominal and core strength. And again, start doing the same stuff I was doing on flat ground, but now on my hands balancing on those 2 pegs instead of doing it on solid ground. And then for the finishing is I then get back down off the pegs, flourish, bow, rotate, so now I'm facing the targets. And then I get back on, and then using my toes and bending forwards, I pluck the knives out from the rings on my corset and fling them at the targets. I have 3 knives and 1 per each target, and try and hit the targets while throwing the knives with my toes while balancing on the contortion sticks.
Do you want to make attack rolls to see if you
Sure.
hit them?
I was like, what? Tell me what you want me to roll. Attack roll works.
Yeah, attack roll.
Can I
like-
roll an acrobatics check?
Sure. Why not?
Cool. So target number 1. Oh no.
Oh,
All right.
no.
That's a natural 2 for a total of 8.
Oh
So
no.
target number 1.
I would say within
I'll let you
8.
say like what the DC is, because I don't know if that still hits just like barely, or if that misses. Leave that to DM.
How big of a target are these?
They're like
You said
standard,
they're, like,
archery,
standard
targets,
archery targets?
and one would be like 10 feet away, one would be like 15 feet away, one would be like 20 or 25 maybe. Like they'd just be staggered.
I would say it like, okay, you know, they're like made of like straw or hay or whatever, right?
Yeah, with like some sort of wrap on the front over the straw that has like the rings painted on them. Yeah.
Yeah, so like it doesn't hit anywhere on the target part of it, but it like wedges in
Yeah.
the top.
Okay.
So it doesn't hit anyone. It's not dangerous. There is a little bit of a from the crowd, you know?
Yeah. Again, and I try and play it off like through facial expression and like not that. Again, the
Like,
point is just that I'm
warming up.
doing it while balanced. It's like not to hit the bullseye. It's just doing it in the first place.
Yeah.
But anyone with a high enough sees the frustration in my eyes. Like, no, I'm also supposed to actually try and get the bullseye too, and I'm really annoyed now. So the second target, that's better. That's a 21. The
Oh, yeah.
second one.
That can easily
It's
bullseye.
like the ring toss game. Miss the first one.
You just have to
All
warm
right,
up a little bit.
All right, and then the third. Come on. Hey, so that's a 24.
Yeah. So yeah, the second 2 like just thunk thunk right in the bullseye, and everyone's just whoa, you know, big applause, and he's like, and this is our newest performer, Silvara, give her a hand, everyone, you know, just big flourish, applause, and everything. And everyone is very
And I'll
impressed.
slowly get down from the pegs, and as I go collect my knives, I'll walk behind one of the big targets, and again, use the time I'm behind to change the
Nice.
reversible fabric back around into the less scandalous performer top and the practical top instead.
Perfect. I love that. Awesome.
And tuck the knives back in the rings that are in the corset.
And she comes back. Are you coming back to?
Yeah, I'll just come
To
sit
sit
back
with us?
unless they don't let me for some reason. Like tell me
No,
to go
no, they
backstage or
would,
something.
they
I'll go
would.
back and sit. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say that was impressive. Good job.
That was so
Wow.
cool.
See, why wouldn't you want to go? Like, you clearly did it great,
Well, yeah, I missed the first one.
but you hit the other
Hey,
two.
that's
Really?
fine.
The next step
Um,
is moving targets, but I have yet to be successful with moving targets.
So
If you ever need somebody to practice on,
I was literally thinking that. I'm so glad you said
stop it. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's anything people particularly offer, but I'll take your word for it. Don't tempt me.
So unless anyone else would like to perform, the show will come to a conclusion, and as things are wrapping up, Burley will approach. He's this huge, lumbering, let me find the picture of him again, bugbear.
But like, how huge? Because we're like, two of us are 7 feet tall.
Yeah,
so-
I would say he's probably,
Oh my god.
he may not be 7 feet tall, I'm not sure, because bugbears are also medium creatures, right? So I would guess that 7 feet would be the tallest he would be. Since he's supposed to be like the big strong man, he's probably about 7 feet and bulky.
Yeah.
He's probably like about your size, Wah.
Yeah.
But he's a bugbear instead, and he's got a pumpkin on his head.
So all the hair I lack is on him.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also a little squirrel in the hand.
Yeah, he does
okay.
have a little squirrel buddy. But yeah, so he approaches and he basically comes up, he says, "Mr. Witch and Mr. Light would like to see you." And he's kind of speaking to all of you generally, but he's more so looking at Lorian and Silvara, the two that performed.
Let's go, team.
But of course, the whole team, yes. Yeah. This is what I was supposed to read. It says, "A bugbear wearing dungarees, fairy wings, and a helmet made from a jack-o'-lantern approaches you. Follow me," he growls. "Management wants to see you."
Oh, I love him.
Big boy.
I go close to him and ask, can I pet the squirrel, or is
Well, he's a little shy, but you can try. And
I slowly approach my hand and try to
make
see if the
a
squirrel wants to be pet.
make an animal handling check.
Natural 20.
Oh! So yeah, the squirrel is like, he's on his shoulder and he's kind of doing that cute little like head bob that animals do when they're trying to like get closer without getting closer because they want to sniff you, And he smells you, and something about you, he's just like grabs your little hand, or your hand's not little, but he grabs your finger and he like
grabs you with
sniffs it
his-
more, and then he kind of gives it like a little light nibble, and he just like lets you pet him and puts your hand on his head and stuff. And Burley's like, "Ooh, he doesn't usually like people."
Oh, my heart.
And with a wave of his hand, Burley creates an opening in the wall of thorns that surrounds the staff wagons and leads you through it. But yeah, so you guys are now all the way. I don't think it's actually that far from the big top, but it might be.
I think it's
Big
next
top
to
is,
it.
yeah, it's right behind the big top. So yeah, he leads you behind there. And yeah, just with the wave of his hand, that like border. Hello? It's not showing up on stream. Oh, because I didn't switch you guys to it. I know how this works. But let me see if I can zoom into it a little bit for stream at least. But yeah, it's just, hello? No, I don't want to select. Can I just like move the thing? I guess I have to scroll it with the scroll bars. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, he opens up the little surrounding like bramble bush wall fence basically. and walks you through it. But yeah. So if you guys follow, I take it you follow.
Yeah.
So the bugbear leads you to a circle of wagons. Leaning against a particularly ostentatious wagon is an aging clown with a painted grin. He puffs on a bubble pipe and glares at you as the bugbear, ignoring the clown, opens the wagon's door and ushers you inside. And this clown, actually, I believe, is this guy? Yeah. I don't remember what his deal is off the top of my head, but apparently he's very upset that you're gonna be meeting the bosses.
Well, that sounds like a problem, sir.
Because he's a clown,
So-
and clowns are evil.
They are.
They are, it's true.
As we walk past him, I try to take as wide of an arc as possible away from him.
Oh!
Yeah.
So I am
No like him.
nowhere in.
To be fair, most of the fairy wings that you've been seeing on these people are like costume wings, like very obviously costume wings.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, no, that's it's because he's a clown, not because he's a
okay.
fairy. Yeah.
Okay, where did that go? All right. Okay. So, you go into the wagon. Where is the picture? These are the faces that greet you. A flamboyant elf grins from ear to ear as he welcomes you into the wagon with a theatrical bow. Please come in. It's a delight to meet you all. I am Mr. Light, and this is my associate, Mr. Witch. He gestures to a stocky elf lounging on a bunk. Mr. Witch nods to you and doffs his top hat.
Before going in, I look to see, like, am I too heavy to come inside? It's like, am I gonna break everything? Just, like,
Yeah,
stop
like-
a little.
I don't know if it can hold all of us.
Yeah. I've like, moved to the side and let people go first.
Yeah, I mean, as you walk in, like, I would say there's probably there's probably room. I would guess that if anyone were comfortable being in there with him, it would be Silvara and Riven. So, and they see, like, you guys are a big group with some pretty big people.
500 pounds.
So they would just, like...
Is it like the TARDIS?
Yeah.
Is it bigger on the inside?
That's what I
Yeah,
was thinking.
You know what? Why not?
Or magic.
Yeah.
It's the Feywild.
Magically reinforced.
Suck it. Yeah. You walk in and it's bigger on the inside because why the hell not? So as you walk in, Mr. Light gestures toward his scepter and explains that it picks up every nuance of emotion in the carnival. And he expresses his gratitude for the cheer that that you have brought to the carnival so far. He does note that there was a bit of unpleasantness, but that it seemed to correct itself pretty quickly. He doesn't have any one of you in mind per se when he says that, but you get the idea that he probably sensed whatever distraught energy was coming from Diana. And basically, he just wants to know, you know, what brought you to the carnival.
If no one
here
else from the
for
group
fun.
immediately speaks up, I'll say, well, we're actually, well, I mean, other than us, obviously, looking for a
Obviously.
specific carnival attendee, actually.
Oh?
Yes, an archfey by the name of Zabilna.
And he looks over at Mr. Witch, and they just both start laughing. They're like, an archfey at our carnival.
Why not?
I mean, I don't know. Hold on.
Have you seen perhaps any woman with any woman with a chicken's foot tattoo under her right eye?
Or
I
Any-
would say, hold on.
Is any woman in particular with that graceful, statuesque, please step on me energy?
Um,
And I look specifically at
Mr.
Mr. Witch, like,
Witch
you know what I mean.
kind of, you see his, like, the corner of his mouth kind of twitch into a smile at that. Lorian and Luthien, you guys both notice that at the mention of the, first of all, the Archfey, which is of course off-putting for basically anyone, but also at the chicken foot tattoo, they both kind of share a look with each other. That is probably not the best indicator of like their attitudes toward that situation, but they don't say anything obvious or have any other obvious body language, but you do notice that like shared look.
I'm gonna look around the group and see if anybody notices.
You would see Luthien probably also
yeah.
looking around the
And then I'm
group.
gonna
Yeah.
kind of shoot him a look, like, you know, should we trust these people, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm trying to see if they have passive stuff, but it doesn't look like it. How do you find passive like passive insight and stuff like that, Laura, again?
On their sheet, it's on the left-hand side underneath saving throws. And
Oh,
it's
no.
usually
Like for us, like,
oh, it's
Yeah.
10 plus the
Plus.
stat. So which passive is it in particular? Is it passive perception or investigation or insight you're looking
Insight.
for? That's wisdom
so like
plus
so 10 plus.
yeah, wisdom
Yeah,
plus
wisdom.
10.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, that's pretty low. I guess for like player characters, it usually includes proficiency.
Nope.
Or no?
No.
Unless you are proficient with skill, it
Interesting.
I don't think for the passive one, because it's kind of hard to have proficiency to passive stuff. You're not
That's
like
true,
actively
yeah.
trying to do something.
Right.
It's like your natural ability, so you're not gonna...
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
okay, like I'm always aware at this level. without
Right.
trying.
Although I wonder if it's like a racial trait or something, because that's typically it's 10 plus the stat. But I'm like, mine's definitely higher than that.
That's
'cause,
what
like,
I'm
my
saying.
wisdom's-
Yeah, there's gotta
My
be
wisdom's
like,
only a +1, but mine is a 13.
Yeah.
When I thought it would be an 11.
Yeah.
do you have
Ooh.
proficiency on?
Oh, I guess it's because there's
Insight
feats
or-
for
It's
players that increase that.
Proficiency, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, well, I always
interesting.
thought it was just 10 plus relevant stat, but.
Sid has
So-
not noticed any of this, I'm assuming.
No, only the people I said. So Luthien and Lorian were the only
passives
ones that
aren't high
noticed
enough.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They're
They're the
basically.
druids
Well-
and they use wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh, I am just looking at this elf in the red red costume.
That's Mr.
And
Light.
just like Miss Light, yes. This is really, I really like your outfit. Did you make it yourself? Did you have it made by someone else? Was it your design?
And he kind of like recovers a little bit from the you just asked if an archfey just casually comes to the carnival question. And
I'm trying to,
yeah, and he just kind of he's like, oh, why, thank you. No, actually, my first outfit I did make myself, and this is an homage to it, but as you can tell, it's much nicer than anything a layman could make.
Yeah, it is very impressive. So I'm assuming you have been running the carnival for a while.
Oh, for as long as it's been in existence.
Oh, wow, so it was your
It
creation.
is
then.
named after us, after all.
That does make sense. That does make sense. I literally put two and two together in front of him. Oh,
Yeah, like
oh, that makes so much sense.
you can see the go like.
But yeah. So they're just all kind of looking at you quizzically, and he's like, he knows Silvara, he knows Riven, and he now knows that Lorian has some interesting divination powers of a sort, or at least a knack for looking like you do. And he's like, and what about you? With your mystical prowess, what brings you here?
Which one are you talking to?
Florian.
Oh.
Well, I was hoping for a job. I heard there might be an opening here.
Real? And who did you hear that from? And he kind of looks at Silvara.
Just chatter around the carnival while we were walking around. I noticed that you don't have a fortune teller here, and that's kind of a staple of a carnival, don't you think?
You are a business-minded one, aren't you? Well, we can definitely see about something like that. But... And he looks over, and Mr. Witch is looking at his watch, and he nods at Burley. And Burley just kind of, like, comes in and, like, kind of starts herding you. like sheep. He's like, well, it's time to go now. He's just gathering you out of the place. And Mr. Light offers you a gift as you leave. He says, well, it's been so lovely meeting all of you curious people. Here, why don't you take this? And it's a little balloon animal of whatever you want from Thaco, which is the name of the clown outside the door. He's a clown of few words, but many talents. And he gets ready to blow up and bend the balloon to whatever you want. And he ties a frog. Okay.
Yeah.
So he makes a frog and he ties a ribbon to it, and it magically floats in the air, like within reach, basically. So it'll like tag along with you.
Magical
Butterfly.
balloon.
You.
Can he make butterflies? Same, kind of.
I'm assuming
Yeah,
so.
he'll make a butterfly.
Okay.
He'll make a butterfly for you.
I want a blink dog.
A blink dog.
Yes.
And he's like, well, it's not gonna blink, but here. And he gives you a dog.
What matters is I know it's a blink dog. I don't care if anyone else knows if it's a blink dog.
Anyone else? We got a frog, a butterfly, a blink dog.
I want a flower, but I'm just imagining my character just holding on to this balloon. That's
You can float by the balloon.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
I love that. Yeah, he'll make you a little flower that you can like hang on. You can probably like make a little swing seat out
Yeah,
of the
just, like,
ribbon, you
sit
know,
on
and like
Because
Please.
leaf of the balloon while it floats, like the leaf of the flower.
yeah.
And it has to be purple.
Of course.
Yeah.
And he'll like wave his hand over it, and if it wasn't already purple, it'll turn purple.
Like a balloon fairy.
Does everyone have the balloon that they want? Would you two? I think there's just Luthien and Steve left, or Sid. Third Trip.
Mr. Third.
I'd like a.
Sorry.
Go ahead. I'm still trying to. Fuck it. I'll get a rabbit.
A rabbit? Okay.
Rabbit.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a good bunny?
Right.
What does Luthien get? Oh my god.
Squirrel.
I
Yeah,
knew
let's
it.
go
I
with
was gonna
squirrel.
say you should get a squirrel, but I didn't want to influence you. I love that. So yeah, all your little balloons, they just float like roughly by your head, except Rivs. She's just in the leaf or the ribbon of it, just chilling, sitting. And as Burley is escorting you away, he continues walking with you. You know, he escorts you outside of that border of bushes. Let me go back to the thing roughly. Hello, players. There we go. So like that border where it says staff area, he escorts you outside of there, but he doesn't go back toward the big top. He escorts you going the other way. So that you're like kind of away from everything and it's quieter and you guys can kind of talk.
Yeah.
And he removes his jack-o'-lantern helmet, revealing a worried expression.
Oh.
And he says, bad things have been happening at the carnival for a while. People and things have been going missing. My bosses know more than they're telling, but their hands are tied somehow. You're the first people I've met who might be able to set things right. Witch and Light are good guys, but you'll need leverage to make them spill the beans. And
Okay, what do you suggest?
well, if you took Mr. Witch's watch, the carnival wouldn't be able to leave. It wouldn't be able to stay on schedule. And maybe to get it back, he might answer some questions.
I think that can be arranged.
I think
What
I
is
might have an
this?
idea.
Oh.
And
We just need to make sure that if he doesn't cooperate, maybe we could use the watch, because we also have a vested interest in this staying on schedule, if you all remember. We need to go where it's going.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think I have an idea of how to get the watch, while also maybe getting some information.
Oh. You tell.
But if they discover it,
Oh no.
yeah.
well, I think you probably want to take it during the Big Top Extravaganza, which of course you're meeting with him after that. But there's one every day, right?
Yeah, we just come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's like, that's the only time that they're separated, so it'd probably be easier then. But look, I can only help so much, okay? I don't want them to find out that I was plotting against them, because
No, you did great.
this is my home and
don't
my
worry,
job.
Don't
It's
worry.
okay.
Yeah, it's right.
You're keeping it safe with
No,
us.
I go up to him and just also have like a moment of my normal, just kind of that like a haughty frivolity kind of air. Although it just drops for a minute. It's like, I completely understand. Honestly, I'm really uncomfortable doing this, as I owe a lot to them, and this place is very much home. But like you said, something's happening here. We've noticed it. We've just been trying to ignore it. And I look at Riv while says that. So I guess it's in the name of the greater good. So I guess we have to.
Okay. So here I have a few tips, I guess. So first of all, stay away from that Thaco guy, okay? He's not
Oh, good.
trustworthy.
We hate him.
You don't need to say it. It's cool.
Good start.
Yep.
Durlagron, the displacer beast. Candlefoot and Palasha might help you. They're really good. They have their issues, and you know, maybe you can help them too. I don't know, but they're very good eggs. Mr. Witch's watch, it's attached to his coat by a chain, so whoever tries to steal it needs to do something to like break it or unfasten it. So you probably want to be really good with your hands. And he looks at Silvara because he knows your skills and stuff. And for the extravaganza, for the Witchlight Monarch, it's chosen by Mr. Light's Witchlight Vein. They have no control over who it is, but it's always the guest that contributes the most to the happiness of the carnival. And the Monarch is also given a charm
Monarch?
that lets them fly. Yeah, like butterfly, like Monarch butterfly. They're chosen, apparently before the extravaganza? No, when are they chosen?
If the
After.
clock in the map,
They're-
yeah, it's
They're chosen in like a few hours, basically. So, because we just
who was
had
the other person he said would help? It was Durlagren, Palasha, and Candlefoot? would be amenable?
Yes, Candlefoot, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, so the extravaganza was hour 4, and then the crowning of the monarch is at hour 8. So yeah, so there's still a little bit of time.
Is he telling us one of us should be the monarch just because that will help, or is he saying to?
I think that's what
he said that they have no control over who it is, but it's always the guest who has contributed the most happiness to the carnival, or contributed to the happiness of the carnival. And that they're given a charm that lets them fly. So, like, for the purpose of getting that charm, it would be in your guys' interest for one of you to get crowned monarch.
And
One
employees of the carnival get the thing? Like, would the girls be able to get it?
I don't see why not.
Okay.
I let the DM check, but I don't think so. I doubt that is impossible. Whoa, that's cool as shit.
Oh no. That
Yeah, it
usually
does, because I
not cool
mean,
for the
all it
players.
is it's just sensing who contributes to happiness the most. So I don't think that they would be disqualified from that for having the Witchlight hand background. Because mechanically speaking, that's just their background. Do you know what I mean? So,
Right? Yeah.
One question, if you can answer it. Do they leave the code with the watch at any point in the day? Or are they like
He's
always?
pretty possessive of it. I'm pretty sure he's always wearing it. I mean, if it's something that's important enough that it keeps the carnival going.
Yeah, I guess as much, but
And now that his helmet is off, the squirrel is on the top of his head, just hanging out there.
Of
He's
course
like
it is.
curled up sleeping during this whole conversation. You just see a tail twitch here and there.
And apart from the watch, do you think there's any other way that we could, influence or
Well,
make them say something?
the thing is, like I said, they know more than they're letting on. And I don't think that someone who knows more about this situation and does nothing to stop it will be motivated very easily. And I don't
that
want to
makes sense.
see them hurt.
That's very kind
But
of
we
you.
don't know that they're doing nothing. They might be trying to.
They could be, okay,
fight
Cat,
whatever
but
this is, and we just don't know. Yet.
they could be, yeah, and he's like, yeah, they could be protecting us from something worse. I don't know, but I just wish they would tell us more. Or do more if they can.
We'll try our best.
So let me get this straight. You found the randomest group of people to help with a cause that is so important that you're keeping it a secret from basically everyone else. And
Well,
you trust
I
us
mean,
enough to
I know Silvara and Riv, and your friend was good enough to attract their attention. And he was good enough that my squirrel pretty much forced him to pet him. So, you all can't be that bad. And you're here, right?
We'll do our best.
Your poetry, man,
Yeah.
it needs work.
Getting called
Like
out.
the whole carnival knows about it already. Like it's
There's just all
of the
these
day.
callbacks.
Oh my god.
I love how, like, because you're using a VTuber, he just looks like he's so displeased with being told off about his poetry for the 5th time. It's so good.
Imagine poetry one more fucking time.
Right? But yeah, that's basically what he tells you. And
I am basically just privately curious this whole time about how this relates to the other things that we've been learning about.
Right.
You know, we're here to find the lady Zabilna, but we're also here to figure out what the carnival horses, what are they called? Carousel horses told us, and then we find out this too. Like, is it all connected?
Right? What's going on? The goddamn
Mystery
Feywild.
and intrigue. The Feywild, man. It's wild.
The Bewalden! We're not even there yet.
I know.
I know.
Well, how can we make sure that one of us get crowned as the monarch? Should we go and perform more, or like tell jokes? I mean, how do we make sure that one of us has that place?
How much time do we have? Like, approximately
hour?
for the.
I'd say between. So the extravaganza itself was at hour 4, and I would say it probably was an hour long. And then I would guess that your little meeting was no more than a half hour long. So probably, what is math? I know, Capaldi. Like 2.5 hours until the coronation.
Okay. So, if they are still in their not tent, but in their basically their
stuff.
in their carriage, I can probably go and like try to get some information on whatever they're speaking about.
Can we get to the staff area?
Oh, you want to go back in there?
I probably could, but it's gonna last an hour.
So Vara and I, like, do we just go in the staff area too? Like, that's like, we can go there.
We can go there whenever we want.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Let me make sure that it's not limited to like higher staff, or if it's like all Witchlight hands.
Yeah, because if that works, then I can flirt with Mr. Lloyd to distract him while Riv can sneak in and steal the watch from his jacket, because I'm okay to make that sacrifice. So I'm okay with that.
You're okay. You need to remember that it's like attached to it. You're gonna have to do some like sleight of hand. Then
like, the chain really is attached to his coat.
Yeah. I might need some help with that part, but I think that I can distract him if he's, you know, I can make him go to sleep or something.
Although if we need to bring happiness to the carnival, what if we get those two that were into each other and weren't talking about it, and we like get them to go on a date and tell them they're into each other? That brings happiness to two carnival employees.
Does anybody have pen and paper?
I probably do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was Palasha and I think
Candlefoot. Wait,
Candlefoot had a thing with the Kenku, and then it was Palasha and someone else.
Well,
no,
Candlefoot and Palasha are in love with each other.
Yeah, mime and
he had an encounter with the Kenku that left him unable to speak.
Yeah.
So maybe if we can like find him a water breathing potion, or we find her like a thing that she can come out of her like bowl for the day or something.
Aerial stuff.
Yeah.
We somehow get them to go on.
We could go check the lost and found to see if we find a water breathing potion left behind. That could work.
Imagine just
leaving that behind. Oh god. But like, what if we just bring them together with the paper? Well, no, then he would only be able to. Yeah, the mermaid can speak, right? Because she was singing.
She sings.
Yeah, she can speak.
So he could write, and then they can just communicate.
We'll bring him a slate like chalkboard that he can use, and then we'll put some like candles around her bowl or something.
Yeah.
We'll set up like a romantic scene and a date, and we'll find the Calliope. We'll find the Calliope
Does anyone know how to play
like a special song?
Yes.
I mean, I also play an instrument, but
I play a shawm,
which is like D&D something in between an oboe and a clarinet, basically. It's like
I
a
play a
nice.
pan.
I also
mean-
play a lute.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you
Make
go.
a romantic date.
We're gonna kiss the girl this shit with the two of them, and we're gonna be like, we're gonna be Scuttle and all the animals, like the ambiance. That's gonna be us. It's happening.
Let me. So, who do you want to talk to first? Out of all these people.
Mine.
Oh, I was gonna like talk to L'Oreal for a second. Like, you two think they are hiding something like about specifically Sibilna, right? Like they know something about her.
They're definitely hiding something, and it's
Okay.
definitely about what we need to know.
Okay, so do you think y'all can get the crown while I try to listen into their conversations?
You mean the watch? I mean,
I think he
Oh, no,
means
no, no, no,
the
no, no.
monarch
Like,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, the
yeah.
monarch.
Like,
Yeah,
Be
yeah,
crowned the monarch.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
We'll
The
work
watch
on
will be later. Okay.
Operation date.
Romantic date.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Operation date. While you
So-
can go and eavesdrop.
Yeah, just in case. How far are we from the carriage? Because I don't know how much movement speed this thing has.
So you guys are just still right
I'm
outside.
slow.
Unless you've moved elsewhere, you're still right outside. It like that ring of bushes. You guys could. So you where right right where the label staff area is where the bugbear led you out. So you could be like, as you're talking about this, walking back around toward the big top, like around those bushes. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, so just in case, because I saw Silvara scared of this before. Look the other way.
You're gonna turn into a spider?
I'm gonna wild shape into spider,
Oh yeah, you are.
Okay.
Excellent.
and I'm gonna go towards their carriage.
Okay.
Listening as a little
Um,
Spidey.
Nice.
I know that there is something.
Yeah, I don't like this either, but it's really a stealth option.
Hey, no, that's
Just be
great.
careful. They could have magic wards around the caravan, so just be careful.
Also, don't be stepped
Yeah.
on. That'll probably hurt.
Don't be stepped on. It's bad.
And if you do, make sure it's consensual. There you go.
I didn't want to say it, but okay.
Okay, so you sneak up to the thing?
Yeah.
All right, so as you're sneaking through, like, the ring of bushes, you get the sense that, like, basically you get the sense that, like, okay, a person could probably actually, like, get through these bushes fine. Like, there's no magical anything that turns you magically back into a furbolg or anything like that. But you see there's, like, lots of thorns and stuff, so you imagine it'd be pretty painful and, like, slow going. Just, like, for the sake of you all knowing that, like, they're just bushes. You know what I mean? But yeah, so you get up to the wagon. You're a spider in grass. They're not gonna see you. Like, I never got why stealth checks were made for spiders, you know, because you're just a small little thing. So yeah, you make it to the wagon just fine. You're like on the underside of the steps, let's say, and you can hear two contrasting voices emanating from the wagon. You hear Mr. Witch, "You need to find a way to calm down." And you hear Mr. Light, "I'll calm down when that Kenku pest is gone." And Mr. Witch says, "She knows nothing. She'll get frustrated soon enough and be on her way." And Mr. Light says, "I hope you're right." And Mr. Witch just says to trust him. And from there, the conversation just kind of is boring, uninformed, you know, not informative, not important.
Talking about
Talking about the upcoming
What?
monarch coronation and stuff like that.
Start making out.
You know. But yeah, so
Yeah, then after that's done, then I'm gonna go back and try to find the rest of the group.
Meanwhile, the steps to our operation. First,
my god.
we raid the lost property thing to see if there's anything romantic, fun, or like we could use for ambiance or as something.
And or a water breathing potion.
Yes. Step 2, we get the Calliope player to join those of us who can play instruments. We get a whole band to serenade them on their date. And then step 3, I wanted to get food, but I don't know how she really eats food in her, like, normal food in the watery thing, so that's probably a poor choice. I guess step 3 is just we get him wherever her container is after we've set up our decorations. So lost property, there's no gift shop on this map, so I'm guessing there's nothing with
I think the souvenirs are all like prizes, basically.
Yeah, they're prizes. All right, well then
But there has
we'll
to be flowers.
And bear in
somewhere
mind,
around,
you
like,
guys
can
have
gather
like
flowers.
2 hours basically.
Yeah, so
until
we'll raid the lost property thing for anything that we could find that could help, and then step 2, talk to Calliope player. Step 3, get Candlefoot to Fish Lady. Step 4, serenade.
Didn't we talk to Fish Lady first? Because we're gonna be doing a bunch of stuff right outside her bowl.
True.
And just like
You're just setting up all this stuff without even talking to her, and she's like, "What is going on?"
Yes.
It will be her space, and I feel like we should probably talk to her. Do
Now-
you know her personally? Like, have you?
Yes,
do
yes,
you?
yes. Well, yeah, we know everyone that works here. The question is, do we tell her we're just doing this because we can't stand to see them pine for each other anymore and we just want to help? Or do we tell them we're doing this to aid our chance in becoming the monarch because we need leverage? Like, how in depth do we go? I think we just tell her
I think just giving them a chance, just
that. Just
We
that.
love
getting
love.
them closer. Yeah.
I only asked
about-
because
Okay.
Burley said she might be on our side in the whole trying to get Mr. Witch and Mr. Light to open up. But that's probably unnecessary. We just need to help two lovers find each other.
And
And
about that
perhaps if
time is
tomorrow they're
when
feeling better.
Capo Lupo
we
would
ask
be getting
him?
back to you guys. Hopefully not as a spider anymore, because that would be
Oh no, yeah, no.
inconvenient.
As soon as I like cross the bush, I'm bugging to fiddle.
He can find us at I guess talking to Palasha as we go find her.
Okay. And you know that that's like one of the places that they're gonna be. And she is over at the lake right now. Silver Song Lake. Which
Also, she's
we
not
need to
at the
zoom
bowl.
back
She's
out.
in the lake.
She is currently in the lake, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, that would be even better, I think.
Then Lakeshore picnic, because then she can just
Yeah,
be
that's
like
what I'm
indoor and he
thinking.
can be right on the coast, on the
and
edge.
she could eat. We could actually get food.
We'll do
So
that
if
too.
you
We'll
guys
get
want to
food.
like be on like that little dock that's there or something, and you'll
Yeah,
see
let's
there's
talk to
like
her.
gondola swans and stuff like that in the area. Oh, whoops. So, what else?
Also, where does the mine usually stays in the Hall of Illusions, right?
That he's the ticket taker for that, yeah.
So it's far enough that he wouldn't see us.
You would not see us setting up
a whole
there on the
romantic
beds.
picnic. Okay.
But yeah. So did you want to relay? I mean, obviously they all heard it, but canonically relay the information that you heard so that
I was gonna
the characters
approach
now
Silvara
also know it.
first.
Yeah.
I was gonna try and approach first Silvara and ask like, what's the deal with the Kenko here?
Like the ones that Sid was talking to earlier, and more of a pest than, you know, a valued member of the carnival, but yet also just accepted as a staple here. Although not as familiar as the rest of us. She hasn't been here as long, I believe. DM can correct me if I'm wrong. As the others.
Wait, that's not the one that Sid was talking to, right?
No, I said she's
No,
like
that's
them
not.
in
The
that
Kenku
vibe. They're
is
in that
the
they're
one-
the pests that no one likes, but we accept their presence.
yeah.
That's their
why is
shared
it not
trait.
refreshing. Refresh, I say. The Kenku's the one that like pesters kind of everyone.
Yeah.
She is the one with like the little wings that she clearly made herself, because she does not have her own from being in the carnival or anything like that.
Yeah, she tries to act like she works here. It's like, bitch, you don't work here.
She
Wouldn't she have wings already? Because she's a bird person?
Well, yeah, but they're not fairy wings.
Fairy.
Come on.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Let me find her little thing. And this is what Silvara would for sure know because Ellie would have told you. If I can find her card. Hello? Hello? There she is. She's so cute. So this is basically what Ellie told you about her, Laura. For somebody who's been skulking about a lot lately, she has certainly done a poor job of staying inconspicuous. With that robe of hers ornamented with such peacock feathers, it's not hard to spot her snooping around. I've glimpsed her pestering the young treant Northwind, who knows nothing but kindness. And an unpleasant encounter with Candlefoot over by the Hall of Illusions left the poor mime speechless. I've crossed paths with Kettlesteam only once, and that was an odd experience. I smiled kindly and went to introduce myself. When she opened her beak, I was met by my own singing voice. Then she just laughed and slunk away. I heard she may be trying to get the carnival owner's attention, but if she carries on like this, I imagine Burley will show her the way out. Oh.
Okay, so she's definitely got the attention of at least Mr. Light.
Yeah.
Yep. Mission accomplished.
At the very least. Apparently, Mr. Light thinks she knows something. I don't know what specifically.
Yeah.
But
So you guys are all heading to Palasha, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you get there, mist gathers at the banks of a shimmering lake. Near its center, a mermaid lounges in a giant bowl, so she is still in a bowl for some reason.
Oh,
You know what I mean? I didn't think she was in the lake for some reason.
Singing a glorious, haunting song that captivates specters on the lakeshore. In response, the lake water coalesces into magical sculptures that whirl around her as she performs. And this doesn't cost any ticket punches or anything to just enjoy her song, because of course everyone is able to just walk up to a lake.
Fair.
And yeah, she is no ordinary mermaid. Her singing has the ability to emulate the effects of a control water spell, basically.
nice.
Yeah. So, let's see. So yeah, if you were to talk to her after her act, which, P.S., as her act is happening, Kettlesteam, Miss Kinku,
Fucking go away.
she's sneaking through the crowd and she's posing as different hecklers, but like if you watch enough, like definitely Luthien and Lorien, like without rolling, and then if anyone else wanted to try with a roll, you two would definitely be able to tell that they're not different hecklers. Like if you keep your eye on one, you watch it morph into another heckler. And you can tell like these yells coming from these hecklers, like she's turning into people that she's seen throughout the day, basically, and copying them. So like some of the yells, they sound familiar. They almost invoke like deja vu because you heard them earlier in the day without realizing it, kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So there's after about like 3 of these, Palasha falters mid-song, and she leaps out of her bowl and darts off, heading downriver. Which, of course, is upsetting to everyone who is watching her.
Plus, we can't ask her about our plan if she runs away.
God damn it.
But you did see what direction she went in, so you can, of course, follow her.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Another group.
try to go talk to Kettlesteam.
You want to talk to Kettlesteam?
So I look, yeah. So I turn to the party and like, hey, maybe we could And forgive the pun here, knock 2 birds with 1 stone. You guys go talk to the mermaid, and I can talk to the bird and figure out why she's choosing to be so rude. And maybe
She had a similar thought. Not so much just you, but if we can't find Palasha, she is just up and left, maybe another way to bring happiness to the carnival, because clearly no one is happy with this creature's presence. No one
Right.
seems to enjoy them being here. So perhaps if we could talk to them and get them to finally figure out what their deal is and leave the carnival alone, then maybe that's the way we do it. If I am very sad though about plan hot date. I was very excited for that.
I think we can still
What do
make
you
it
think?
work if we
We
try to
make-
do both things.
Yeah.
Do both.
Maybe we divide the party.
Yeah.
split.
It's a carnival. What could go wrong?
I
Oh,
I
yeah.
also have
My
I've also
only
had a very bad idea,
ahead.
which
We
is
love
I'm
those.
prefacing it as a bad idea because it is a very bad idea. But we've already we know that there are a bunch of pickpockets and thieves around.
Yes.
Maybe we could recruit them to steal the watch.
They don't usually work with other people.
And I look at Riv at that suggestion, assuming that you're going to be very unhappy with that plan, given your
Yeah.
job.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't trust those people, and I don't
I
want them
think-
to be here. Very
Yeah, I
difficult
don't
to
think
get
we
rid of
should
them.
trust the pickpockets with something so important. They might just take it for themselves and leave, for all we know.
Maybe we could use them to cause a distraction instead, and then use the distraction to steal or attempt to steal the watch.
We are on a time crunch, and if we're already splitting our focus, I think I very much like the idea of maybe getting a bit more information out of that Kenku. So if you want to stick with your plan to talk to Kettlesteam, and some
can
of
go
us
with
go
you.
try and find Palasha, and so we have our 2 plans:
Yeah, that works.
Hot
I
date.
like that.
hot date, and what
So-
the fuck is up
Bird?
with that Kenku?
Yeah, so
It's a
who's-
long name for the plan.
Who's team hot date?
Team Hot Date?
I want to be there.
Laura,
Oh.
Luthien, or I'm mixing character names. Silvara, Luthien, and Lorian are team hot date. And Riven, I assume.
No, actually, I want to be team find out what's up with the Kinku.
Oh, okay. You're
So
growing
then
up.
3 and 3, because it could be Wa,
Nice. Ooh.
Sid, and Riv. Go talk
Yeah,
to
that-
Kenku.
So we have
Mhm.
team hot date and team what the fuck is up
Which
with
makes
that?
sense, because then there's a circus like staff member on each team who has a
Yeah,
bit
that
more
makes sense
history,
too.
at
Yeah,
least
that's good.
with one of the people.
Good thinking. Because then if you get caught anywhere you're not supposed to be,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm interested in the Kinku because they seem like they're causing a disturbance, and I need to minimize
Yeah.
disturbances.
right?
Yeah,
Right.
Security,
the
that
only-
makes sense.
The only issue I have with the game is try not to make her leave yet.
Right,
'cause
right.
We still
Oh, we
need
do want to get information.
info. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're gonna try.
That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna get the info.
Mhm.
Hopefully.
We're gonna figure out what the fuck.
Oh, I also
Maybe.
wanted to know, do they crown a monarch every day, or is it only?
I
today?
think it's for every festival, yeah. So for like
Every
every
location.
every day that the carnival is, I think they have their little schedule. So like at
Oh, okay, so
hour 4 they have their extravaganza, and at hour 8 they have the crowning. Because it's
And then
like
next
it's a
day-
fun
we
thing to
fail,
like
we can
do
try
for the
tomorrow.
guests, like kind of like don't they have something similar for Mardi Gras where like someone gets crowned or something? I don't know. But
Mardi Gras.
but yeah, so like they get a little it's every day.
Okay, so if we fail, we can try again tomorrow. That's basically what I was.
Basically. All right, so we have Team Hot Date and we have Team Kenku / Team What the fuck is up with that?
Yeah.
I think with all these plans, I think
That
it's
is
a good
place to end.
closing ending place, yeah, because none of these are gonna happen in 15 real-time minutes, so
Yeah, that makes sense.
we should find someone to raid. Is anyone from SideQuest streaming right now?
They were before. Let me check. I
Cute.
believe Spectissa is live and Kaylina is live. Kaylina's playing Horizon Zero Dawn for the first time.
Let's go say hi to Kay. Because she's a
Kay's
D&D
in
friend.
our other campaign.
Yes. So yeah. I don't really know what else to say. I will be live Friday, methinks, during the day, with like some ESO. And I think that's it. Just like ESO and maybe something else. And then it looks really good. It looks really fun. And then next Wednesday, of course, should be session 2, you know, barring any scheduling conflicts or anything like that. And make sure and follow our lovely players because they are all also streamers. And we love them and we stan. Yeah, I hope everyone has a wonderful night. And let's go say hi to Kay. Yes, so we need to get a 9-volt battery because that beeping is a mess. But yeah, I hope everyone has a wonderful night. And we will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.